What's the deal, everyone? I appreciate y'all joining us, man, for another classic episode of Legends Week, man. If you're not familiar with the Legends Week podcast, if this is possibly your first time joining us, here at Legends Week, it's all about paying homage, to those individuals who, laid the foundation, man. A lot of those guys who just, had amazing, basketball careers, man, who, contributed so much to the culture, man. I see I got my guy, Jeff McInnis. He just jumped on. We're going to get right into it. The legend in the building.
What's up? What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed by the best, man. It's a pleasure to have you on, man. Appreciate you joining me, big
No
dog.
doubt, man. I'm glad to be on, man. I appreciate you inviting me, brother.
Hey, listen, man. I just want to let you know, I've been looking forward to this, man. I'm biased to the '90s. I'm class of '95. You class of '93, correct?
That's right.
So I'm super biased to the '90s, man. I be trying to tell these young kids, man. Listen, when people be having these hoop conversations, listen, no, the '90s was where it was at, man.
That's
You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
Yeah.
The '90s, you look at any class from the '90s, man. McDonald's All-American game, this and that. Like the '90s was definitely where it was happening at, man. So thank you so much for joining us tonight, man. Real quick, I just want to do some housekeeping, give a couple shout outs real quick. Shout out to the official sponsor of Raw Sports, man, and Legends Week, His and Hers Juices. If you into like, drinking healthy or, detoxifying or whatever, follow His and Hers Juices on Instagram. Want to give a quick shout out to my Raw Sports family. Micah Parsons played at Penn State. My young boy, made it to the NFL draft, got selected by the Cowboys. My other young boy, Mark Webb, who played for Georgia, he got selected as well. Shout out to them young guys, man, living their dreams, man. But tonight, man, without further ado, we got my guy, Jeff McInnis, man, played at, Oak Hill Academy, North Carolina, played professionally. He's going to join us tonight, man. He's here with us, man. And Jeff, right before we get into to having some fun, man, and your story, man, I just want to let you know, like, the two reasons why I created this platform, the two reasons why I do Legends Week, man. This is just my gesture and my opportunity to say thank you, for your contribution to the culture, everything that you gave to the culture. And we're talking about, this is before YouTube, before social media, you know what I'm saying? Guys like yourself were out there, man, like giving fans unbelievable memories, man. So I don't want anyone to ever forget about, you and your contribution on the high school level, summer leagues, all those camps where you was grinding, doing your thing, man, earning your stripes, man. I just never want anyone to forget about you, man. So that's why we're here so I can help to solidify your legacy, man, and to help you get your story out there as well. Also, lastly, I promote a lot of current high school athletes. So this platform serves as a form of education, for a lot of the high school athletes that I promote and, film now, AAU, high school, and, a lot of college kids that I support. It's really helpful for them to see and to hear an individual like your story, you know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to get to accomplish a lot of the things in a lot of the places that you've been. So for them to hear your story is definitely going to be a blessing, man. So, without further ado, I just want to thank you for joining us, man. Any words you want to say before we jump into it?
Nah, just thank you, Nike, for having me on, man. And, I hope, this show can be beneficial to a lot of young cats out there and just whatever, just however I can help, man. I'm glad you provide this platform for myself and guys like myself and other guys like Rashid and the guys that's been on. I saw Wilford Kakarti was on there. That's my guy.
Yes, no
So,
doubt.
yeah, I love what you're doing, man. Just keep doing it because I think the youth need to hear it.
No doubt. Thank you, man. And real quick, also, I just want to give a quick shout out to my guy, Reek Wallace, man. Thank him for the assist, connecting us as well. And Reek, that's my guy, man. Hey,
Yeah, no doubt.
so we're going to get into a thing I call 10 random questions. I'm going to just ask you 10 random things just to kind of get us warmed up, and then we'll get into your story. Is that okay?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. So back in the day, everybody had, especially in the hood, everybody had a nickname, a hoop nickname. Did you have a basketball nickname coming up? And where'd you grow up at?
West Charlotte and West Charlotte, Charlotte.
Got you.
So West Charlotte.
So
West
coming up
Charlotte.
in Charlotte, the summer leagues in the hood, did you have a basketball nickname, a name that the hood gave you?
I mean, really, I ain't play too flashy, so they used to call me plain and simple. So
Plain and simple.
I just get it done. So I mean, I ain't
know
have
that's right.
have a lot of flash and do all the crossovers and stuff till later. But when I grew up, it was just kind of like just get it done. So
Just get into a bucket.
yeah, plain and simple.
Basically,
Yeah,
I know that's right. That's actually
right.
dope. I like that. Plain and simple. I like
Right,
that.
right.
Who were some local players like in the Charlotte area who may have inspired you? So even some players that we may not have heard of. Some guys that are really dope. Coming up that inspired you coming up.
Just Junior Burroughs played
Okay.
at Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the old heads. it was a lot of guys. I played in like the Charlotte Pro-Am with older guys.
Mm-hmm.
So Byron Dinkins was very instrumental. Byron Dinkins, um, Julius Springs, those guys you probably don't know, but those are
Mm-hmm.
like Charlotte guys.
Yeah.
Keith Ice and Carlos Cofield, those kind of guys that didn't get the recognition, but I looked up
Mm-hmm.
to because
Of course.
Carlos Cofield was probably one of the best players that people don't know from the Charlotte area. He played at
No
Rhode
doubt.
Island.
No
So
doubt.
I looked up to those guys, and so for me, kind of those guys was
That's what's up,
the
and
guys
I
I looked up
appreciate
to.
that, and I appreciate that because there's so many guys out here who are super dope, man, who may not have, made it. They may be legends, what I'm saying, in their own right, but they may not have gotten the national recognition, or just individuals that may not have, made it, college, pro, whatever. But guys that were definitely super dope that inspire individuals like yourself to carry the baton. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
I appreciate you, keeping those names alive, man, and shouting those guys out. I appreciate that.
No doubt.
Yeah, what were some other sports that you played growing up besides basketball?
I played football and baseball.
Okay. So
Yeah.
two-part question. So if you wouldn't have excelled in basketball like you did, what do you think would have been the next sport that you could have possibly potentially like made it happen?
Probably football.
Probably football?
Yeah, football.
Okay. What position did you play?
Quarterback, and then I played corner. So I was like 6'4" corner, so I was pretty good at it. But I ain't like to take the hits, and I ain't really like to hit that much. I just try to get. I want the interceptions. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
I
want
know
to do all
that's
the hits.
right. You just
So
was kind of like, just kind of
I need
finesse. Don't
get
touch
some
me.
picks. Deion Sanders. Yeah, just let me get the ball.
Deion. I can dig it.
Yeah, I
I
just
can
want the
dig
ball.
it.
Yeah,
kind of that that Mayweather mentality. Hit,
no
but don't
doubt,
get hit. You know
no
what I'm
doubt, for
saying?
sure.
I know that's right. North Carolina. Two-part question. What's your most memorable Rasheed Wallace dunk that you remember? Something that still blows your mind to this day in a game.
Probably the Duke game. When like I think the ball came off the rim and he just like caught it. It was it's a great picture with like all like three
Oh, the
Duke dudes
picture.
around.
Yeah, I seen
And
that photo.
he dunking that, but but to see it live, it was crazy because
What?
it was no way he could get to that ball, and he just reached
What?
out and just dunked it over all of them. It was crazy, and then he
Crazy.
started screaming and acting crazy. So that was one. He had so many, but that one right there stand
Yes.
out against Duke too.
Yeah, and what about second part, Stackhouse, the most memorable Stackhouse dunk that you saw live?
Shoot, man, he had a couple too. I think the one against Duke where he went under reverse, that was crazy. But I
Oh,
think
you
the
were
best.
you were there for that too?
Yeah, that too. But the best
Wow.
one was probably in the ACC tournament against Virginia Tech when
Mm.
he took off on somebody like at front of free throw line and just dunked over him. I don't want to say Ace Custis because I'm not sure, but might have been Ace up under there.
No
But yeah, that was
doubt.
a crazy one from Stack. So yeah,
No
that one.
doubt. Two-part question. Favorite old school and current new school NBA player?
Old school Kobe and new school. I like point guards. You know what I'm saying? But I
Hmm.
like a lot of guys, but I'm feeling Luka right now.
Okay.
For some reason, I'm feeling Luka, but I like Russ Westbrook. He don't get his love, but
He definitely doesn't, but he's
I
an
like
animal,
Westbrook.
man. He's
Yeah,
an
I like
animal. I
Westbrook.
don't know why, I don't get into the media thing or kind of what people say or the reasons why media, do certain things to certain people and drive narratives. But he's a
Right.
freaking beast, man. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he's a
saying?
beast.
Like you picking teams, give me him all day long. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, why?
Right.
It's a no-brainer, but anyway, I don't know.
Right.
It's crazy. Favorite food. If you can go with one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One food for the rest of my life. Uh, shit. Chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah,
Any
chicken.
type style, fried, baked, barbecue, like what?
Grill. I like grilled chicken on the
Grilled
grill.
chicken?
Yeah, on
Okay,
the grill.
okay.
Yeah,
I can
on the
dig it.
grill. Yeah.
Favorite. Okay, we're gonna go 80s. Growing up in the 80s, after school or Saturday morning, what was your favorite cartoon growing up?
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry?
Yeah, I rock with Tom and Jerry.
No
Yeah,
doubt, no doubt.
no doubt.
What's coming in second after Tom and Jerry? Once that went off, if you had to change channels.
I probably get up out of there after that, man. I really wasn't. That was pretty much it. I
I
wasn't
know
really
that's
into
right.
cartoons too
I can
much.
dig
You
it.
know what
I
I'm
can
saying?
dig
I
it.
go outside and play a little bit, but I watch Tom and Jerry. That's probably
No
one that
doubt, no
I can
doubt.
think sticking
No
out.
doubt. All right, Martin. Everybody watched Martin, especially in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? Sunday night, Saturday, Sunday night when it came on.
Right.
What's one of your favorite Martin characters that he played on the show?
I like what's my man named when he act crazy? Jerome.
Oh, Romy Rowe.
Yeah, I like Romy Rome. That's my guy,
Romy
Romy
Rowe in the
Rome.
house.
Yeah.
Already know.
Yeah, I like Romy Rome. Yeah, he was a fool.
No doubt. What's the most points you ever scored in the game? Most points you ever put in the box score?
Probably like 51.
Wow. When and where?
That was at the LA Summer League
Mm-hmm.
in Long Beach. When
Okay.
it was real. To me, it was a little different because like all the draft picks had to play. So
Okay. Oh,
it
so
was
that was
live.
like that was after you like you know like after North Carolina, like the pros,
Right.
like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all the
Yeah,
so all the
yeah,
young guys just got in there and
yeah,
got busy.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. So who, if you remember, who were some of the in that league? Who were some of the guys that you played with?
It was like all the rookies. All the guys were there. I can't remember the exact game, but all the rookies were there. I remember Bobby
Yeah.
Jackson. Everybody was playing with their team, and then
And
the
what year
next
was that? Like 96?
96, 96. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
I already know that was crazy. You had 51.
yeah. So yeah.
Wow. All right. Lastly, who's the toughest player that you were ever remember having to, stand in front of during high school, college, pro, anything?
Like
Out of the thousands.
probably a two. Let me give you a two-part answer one
Mm-hmm.
time. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'll probably say AI and Stephon Marbury.
Wow.
Them two, they were tough, like, because they kind of was always in go mode. Like, they never chilled. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never chilled. Like, they always was coming. And I played against both of those dudes in high school. So for me, it was those two.
I know that's right. I appreciate it, man. Hey, well, I appreciate the warm up, man. Just want to get right into your story, man, and how I like to, have you guys tell your story to the people. I don't want to get in your way of you telling your story. I just want to give you the freedom to rap, and I'll interject questions, along with you, however I need to. If you can, man, just take us back to the very beginning of where the Jeff McInnis story begins. Take us, to the very beginning. We'll just pick up there.
I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I started probably playing AAU ball, probably really like serious, probably in ninth grade.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Sockwell came, got me, brought me to the Charlotte Sonics, where Clarence Johnson, CJ, he coached a lot of guys from the area.
Mm-hmm.
He was the guy. So I started liking basketball. I played football a lot too, so I really kind of was juggling both. And I really didn't know how serious I wanted to be with either one. So then I went to West Charlotte. I know West Charlotte is like a legendary school in Charlotte. Everybody want to play at West Charlotte. So at the time, I started playing ball and I got kind of good at it. But, being real, I grew up on the west side of Charlotte, so it wasn't really rocky. I went through some stuff. My neighborhood had a lot of drugs and a lot of drug dealers and shootings and stuff. So I seen a lot of stuff. So I had to make choices. You know what I'm saying? I always didn't make the right choice. So in saying that, I went to Oak Hill Academy my junior year. So for me, it was the best thing to do for me at the time. Like
and
I said,
just out of curiosity, how did you make that connection? Like, going from your high school, did you were you endorsed by someone? Did someone say, "Hey, you're at the school for," like, how did that, how
well,
did you go from there
Junior Burrow is the guy that I said earlier in my show when I talked about the guys that inspired me. He went there. He left my school and went there, and I think he told my coach, like, we got a sophomore. So that's kind of how the connection started. But I took a visit out there, and I really knew at the time it was the best thing for me because I was doing bullshit. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I was doing bullshit.
If you don't mind, give me an example. If you can mention whatever, or as much or as little or none at all.
I just was hanging with the wrong people, man. I was kind of hanging with the wrong people. They was making choices that I knew weren't right, but I still chose to hang with those guys. Yeah, you know how it is with your guys, but that wasn't the smartest thing to do. But they cared about me, so they wanted me to go to Oak Hill and do the right thing. So I had some good guys. So I went to Oak Hill as a junior. I went there, and that's really when it took off for me. As far as like, I was making some noise at West Charlotte. We won the state, but I think when I went to Oak Hill, it really changed. I really thought I could do it. Like, I probably can make some money doing this. So I went to Oak Hill. I started getting ranked and all that stuff. And we won, and we played Rashid in some camps and stuff. And I was hearing about all these guys who were so, like, I didn't have that name at the time. So when I saw Rashid Wallace, I was like, wow, he big, he's good, So, but I kind of made my own name. I went to Nike camp as a 10th grader and made my name. I played against Jason Kidd, and that was like, for me, like, Jason Kidd was the most talked about kid ever in high school. So for me to play against him, and I kind of held my own a little bit for the first 2 quarters, and then he turned it up. So,
no doubt.
But yeah, so I mean, Oak Hill kind of, I think, was the start of me turning into a real player, and I knew I wanted to do it for real.
Yeah. So going back, you mentioned it's a couple things you mentioned. I want to go back on real quick.
Okay.
So you mentioned Jason Kidd was like the most talked about player around that time. Help the people understand, because a lot of people watching this, like, all we know is, like, social media, Instagram, ESPN, what I mean,
Right.
Max Prep with the rankings, AAU and all that kind of stuff to get your name popping. But back then, there was no YouTube, there was no Instagram, and it's, what I'm saying, no
Right.
highlight. Everybody didn't have a highlight reel or a hoop mixtape. How did
Right.
you hear about, how were you hearing about guys like that nationally back then? How, to tell the people,
That was the thing, the respect. Like, I think from California to North Carolina, we knew who he was. It was still magazines like
Yeah, like Street and Smith. Yeah, that's all. That's
Like,
kind
so
of what I was getting to.
that was
Street
like
and Smith
we lived for
magazine was
that.
like,
Like,
yeah,
if you
the ESPN in the hood. Yeah,
man, if you can get an honorable mention, you was hyped. So it's
Yes.
just like you see your name in that. I think that was the rankings, the ESPN rankings then.
Exactly.
So I mean, it was a different time, but I think everybody knew if you could play, everybody knew who you was. So that was the thing. Like, so that's how I knew about Jason Kidd.
Yeah. Hey, going back real quick before we, talk too much about the high school and all that kind of stuff, I want to go back a couple steps real quick. At what point did you find yourself like falling in? Okay, you have the pull of the streets, and you have to make a different choice because you see your life going in a different direction. At what point in your development did you know that you were, becoming, a little bit better than your peers? And then when did you really, really develop a love for basketball? You know what I'm saying?
I think when like I said, I went to Oak Hill and I came home and I played in the pro-am, and it was getting a little easier, and I was playing with pros, and it was like,
okay,
it was just, I felt like I belonged, and it was easier than last summer when I played with them. So then I think my freshman year at Carolina, I got on the weights and I came home and I kind of like had a great summer. I think dudes would start saying, "Hey man, Jeff might be that guy now." So for me, I think it's my confidence more than anything. My confidence from Oak Hill to Carolina to, and I never wavered. Like at that point, sometimes I used to like waver with my game, like should I go or not go? But at that point, I just started playing and just started going. And I met some dudes. Like I met Stacy Castle at Oak Hill from New York. He changed me a lot because he was so aggressive in his game. Martise Moore, rest in peace, from Oak Hill. Martise was a dude at Georgia Tech. He go get buckets. So I think being around other good players at Oak Hill helped me too in my development to say like I could do this and just do it. So that was good. Like playing with good players, I think if you embrace it, they can help you get better too.
Of course, that's dope, man. Put in perspective for the people, help them to understand, for anyone who may not have seen you play or anything like that, what type of, or first start with your attributes, like how tall were you, and then talk about like what type of player were you, and then your strengths and things that coaches appreciated about your game. And then the things that you were confident in your game as well.
I think just running the team, being a leader, getting the team set up, knowing what everybody's supposed to be, just setting the team up. I'll play like a point guard. Like now, when I look at the games and I tell my son, we watch the games, like you really don't see a lot of point guards out there no more. You got point guards that score the ball, but you don't really see a lot of dudes just setting it up, running the team, getting sets, being a coach on the court. So not disrespecting the game now, but it was just a different time. Like my job was to set the team up and feed the scores, you know what I'm saying, when I played. So I was on Portland with Sheed and with Damon Stoudemire, Bonzi, Pippen. Like it was no room to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you had to spread that. You had to
Zebo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you gotta get that ball up. So the time is different now. Like the guards now are asked to score more. So it's just a different time. I think my coaches trusted I was gonna play defense and keep the team and not turn the ball over.
That's what's up, man. Hey, so I want to go back and talk about, you breezed through the high school. You just kind of briefly mentioned the high school, your school in Carolina, and then you talked about Oak Hill. Go back. I want and you stayed at your high school. What was the high school again?
West Charlotte.
All right, so you played at West Charlotte your freshman and sophomore year, correct?
No, it's my sophomore year. Because I went to West Mac my freshman year because West Charlotte only go 10 to 12.
Okay.
So I played varsity as a freshman at West Mac High School.
Okay, so So take us through your high school experience at both the schools in Carolina, and then talk about Oak Hill, and just touch on your most memorable experiences, tough games you had, just some good memories from Well, I know some of the stuff is kind of like a blur, but just just take us through it any way you can, man. Just want to hear some stories, man.
Well, I was a freshman, and I think they were kind of mad because they knew I was going to transfer to West Charlotte because that's like my school I always wanted to go to. So they put me on JV the first week of practice. So I was cool with it. I mean, I'm transferring, so regardless,
no doubt,
I'm still leaving.
So they knew you wasn't going to stick around.
So we scrimmaged varsity one day, and I probably had like 32, and we kind of almost beat them. And the next day, like I think that was my best moment because it took all he had to call me in his office and tell me to practice with varsity the next day. So it killed him. You know what I'm saying? So I earned his respect, and I played varsity the
Yeah.
rest of the time. And
Mm-hmm.
I just thought I would be up there. So we played
Yeah.
our first tournament like a week later, and he put me in the game. I probably had like 16 my first game, and then the second game it was a tournament, Christmas tournament, and
Okay.
there was a kid, Majin Bakali, going to NC State. We was playing his team in the semifinal, and I got in, and I had a guy named Patrick Herron who grew up with me. I played with him all my life. He was my point guard, so he was like, just play like we're in the hood, man. So
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Just do what you do best. You know what I mean?
I had like 18, and it was a tie game with probably like 17 seconds left, and the coach drew the play up, and he put me in the game and put me in the corner, and Pat was like, if you open, I'm gonna throw it to you. So
Yeah.
I really had no clue I was getting the ball. Like, so he threw it to me. I just shot it. I made it, and like
Wow.
freshman hit the game winner. And I think from
Wow.
my confidence kind of stayed up, and we had a good season. Then I left and went to West Charlotte. So I went to West Charlotte. We won the state, and I think
Time out. Hold that thought. Help me to understand what that did for you in that moment. You're a freshman. You know what I'm saying? For older guys to be looking to you for leadership, saying, "Look, youngin, you open in the corner. I'm gonna kick it to you." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What did that communicate to you in that moment? And then what did that do for your confidence? This is the theme. You've been talking about your confidence. What did that do for your confidence?
I think it helped me. It helped me grow because I think Pat helped me relax on the court because I knew him. So for him to give me the ball and trust me at that situation, because he was like a junior, he was like all conference player. So
that's major, dog.
Right. So for him to give me the ball, I know he trusted me.
Yeah.
So that was big.
And then for you to follow through and hit the shot, I mean,
right. It might have been lucky though, but
I know that's right. Yeah, it's all good, man. And then so was there a conversation like, hey, coach, hey, it's been real, but I'm transferring out, or was it just that was unspoken? Everybody knew what it was hitting for.
Yeah, everybody kind of knew. I mean, I live right behind the school at Charlotte. I could walk to the school in like 1
say
second.
no more.
So,
say no more. It was a done
everybody
deal.
knew. Yeah, it was a done deal.
So the coaches at West Charlotte, were not scouting, but like, were they anticipating you come in and we got this kid coming in and all that?
He coached my uncles, man. I've been knowing him all my life, so like, yeah.
Oh, so that was in the plan. So that was in the that was in the works. So what West Charlotte, that was a family thing.
My yard forever. Yeah, that was a family thing. I had to play for Coach McCullough, man. Rest in peace, man. One of the best coaches ever. But I had to play for him, so I had to do that.
Got you. So what was it like? What was the welcome like when you got to West Charlotte, and what was that experience like?
It was a dream for me. Like I loved it. Everybody welcomed me there. They knew I could play. I was unselfish, I passed the ball. I wanted to get everybody involved when I played. It was some games I had to shoot, but I had a reputation for being a gunner. Like they say, I shot the ball all the time, and I'm like, I led the county in assists too. So like, but
I mean, were you a gunner though, or are you just?
I shot a little more in high school than I did,
I got you. I got you.
I did. I shot a little more. So
okay. No doubt.
We won though. So
no doubt.
Yeah.
So what were some of your most memorable experiences? And did you guys have like any big rivalries at West Charlotte? What were some big games that you think people may still talk about to this day in the barbershops?
I think just playing, we had a lot. Like West Mac was a rivalry. Garinger was a big rivalry. Garinger was one of like the toughest schools to play. They had that was the roughest side of town. So
okay,
it was tough to play in there. Like it was tough. Like we couldn't even get to the court one year. It was so many people.
Wow.
And it was packed. Like they had to escort us to the court to get to the court to play the game. So it was an environment where they had some rough looking dudes around the court talking crazy. So it was a tough environment at Garinger.
One of them hood games.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. So that I think who else? Just pretty much everybody was West Charlotte. Harding, everybody wanted to play us and play us tough. So that was everybody top game. So
and you said y'all won the state tournament that year or no?
Yeah, we won the championship in 10th grade. Yeah.
Okay, and who was that against?
We beat East Wake out of Raleigh.
Okay.
They had Jawan Tuck, some nice guys. They had some good players. They had a big old dude going to Pittsburgh to play football, but he was a big guy, man. He was rough. So
Gotcha.
it was good. We had a lot of sophomores on that team, so it was really good for us. We won it with sophomores. So
Oh, that's
yeah,
what's up. Y'all won it with sophomores.
right, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. And where did y'all play y'all state championship at? Like at a university
At
or
the
where?
Dean Smith Center. Shout out to D Miles,
Wow.
Darius Miles. I see you, big dog.
Oh,
What up, D
that's D
Miles?
Miles. Oh,
So D
Darius
Miles in
Miles.
the
Oh,
building.
shout out to Darius Miles, man. Another hey Darius, I got to get you on the show, big dog. Got to pay homage to you as well, man. Oh, we got Darius Miles in the building, another legend, man. That's what's up. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in, D Miles, for sure, man. But you said at the Dean Center y'all played.
Yeah, it was at the Smith Center. Yeah, the championship game. Yes, for sure.
Got you. That's what's up, man. All right, so tell me about the transition to. So you go to. You told us the reasons why you transitioned to Oak Hill. So tell us. So you go to Oak Hill. Tell us about the Oak Hill experience.
I got there. It was different. It was all basketball, so I got better right away because it was all basketball. Like you go to school, you play basketball. You go eat, you play basketball. You lift weights, you play basketball.
Yeah,
there was nothing else to do.
Shout out to my last guest, Will Cacaldi. Will talked about the structure, and I didn't know it was like that regimented there, man.
Yeah,
like when he broke it down, how things were, like I was like, wow, I didn't know Oak Hill was like that. It was like all books and ball.
Yeah, Coach Smith gave him a lot more freedom now. Coach Smith, you giving him too much freedom now. It was different when I was there, so. But it was all good. It was what we were there for, to play basketball, become a better person, and learn, do your schoolwork, and go to college and be something. So it served its purpose. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was great. But now I went there. I was confident going there, and Coach Smith's a great coach. He helped all these 12 great talents from their high school become one. And that was a big thing, like that he blended all our talent together to be one team that was good. So, he don't get enough credit for the great coach he is. He's the real GOAT. Coach Smith, he year in and year out, he take all these dudes and make them one team. So that was important. He taught me how to lead those guys. Like when I went further on in my career, it was easy to walk in the locker room and just lead because I learned it at Oak Hill. I learned it at West Charlotte. So it was a part of me. So when I went to Carolina, it was an easy transition because Coach Smith put so much on me to lead them and kind of make sure nobody gonna leave curfew tonight. It's on you, Jeff. So I had to police a lot of stuff. So he put a lot of things on me. So it helped me become a better person and player.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's a good, something for him to see that quality in you and to give you that responsibility. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was good, man. Tell the people who were some of your teammates during those 2 years?
At Oak Hill, Jerry Stackhouse, Sunshine, Jermaine Smith.
Wow.
Who else we had? Martise Moore, Maktar Njai, my guy.
Ooh, Maktar Njai. People forget about that name.
Big
Wow.
Mac.
That's what's up.
Alex Sanders from Houston, Texas. Martise Moore, Brian Thompson. We had squads, man. Then
wow, dog. Sheesh.
Yeah, so we had squads, man. Who else I'm missing? TJ Johnson, he was from Charlotte. Who else? Man. I don't know who I'm missing. I'm missing somebody else. I don't know. Stacy Castle. We had squads, man. We just had so much talent, man.
Crazy, man.
Mark Blunt. Remember Mark Blunt with the Celtics?
I remember that name. Yeah.
We had Big Mark. We had a lot of guys.
So what was it like? It's almost like playing on an all-star team. You know how it is with an all-star team. Right. Everybody trying to get theirs. Right. What did it take for you to kind of settle in and to kind of put yourself aside and to I'm not sure if like humility is the word, but you know what I'm saying? But to kind of, develop some selflessness and to really, buy what the coach was selling as far as, being able to bring all you different personalities and you all stars together. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that process like for you?
I think giving up everybody just doing less was kind of the thing. Everybody was so good. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So I felt like,
and everybody's coming from their respective place being the man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I think, go back to when I was a kid, I always got on the court because I was willing to pass the ball. So I think when I got to Oak Hill, everybody was so good and them dudes were so talented. Like, I could just get 20 assists and be cool. Like that was my mentality. I could score the
Got
ball,
you.
but like I could just get these dudes, and it's easy. Like when we
Yeah,
get up 20, then I'll try to get 10, so I can get a
no
double
doubt.
double. So
No doubt.
it,
I
it
feel
was it
that.
was
I feel
just
that.
I could just it was so good. Like and then like when you go on a break and you do a little weak dunk, and then you got stacked behind you, everybody wants you to throw it back. Like
No
because
doubt.
we're gonna
Exactly.
windmill 360. I'm just
Exactly.
trying jumping hard to just
Yeah.
put it barely put it in. You know what I'm saying? And like yeah, so. And D Miles want me to tell the people how I used to drop them dimes to him
Oh
too
yeah,
in
Dad.
LA
Shout out to
land.
Darius Miles. Yeah, shout out. He
So
used to
yeah,
dime him up.
and I used to dine D Miles up in LA, and it was good just watching D Miles that high crossover, and then just dunking on people. But he was one of my rooks, man. And D Miles was different. He listened, and I used to love playing with those guys. Him and Q, man. They're my dudes, man. What's the podcast? The Knucklehead
The
Podcast.
Knucklehead,
Shout out to y'all boys,
shout out
man.
to the
So
Knucklehead podcast,
yeah,
man. They
man,
got
y'all boys doing
Darius
y'all
Miles
thing
and Q. They got it going on, man. Shout
for
out to
sure,
y'all,
man.
man, for sure.
But yeah,
Everybody watching, go follow and shout out and check out the Knucklehead podcast, man. But go
for
ahead. I'm
sure.
sorry.
But yeah, just like that, being less of myself and just feeding those dudes. It was just easy, and it was just easy to play like that. And I think everybody knew I could score because I did it in Charlotte. So just passing the ball and helping everybody out, it's made it easier for us to win.
No doubt, no doubt. We got to break down some hoop vernacular for one of my viewers here. Shout out to Yes, It's Really Real. My girl been supporting the podcast. She wants to know, what does dime people up mean? You know, we got to break down that terminology. Dime people up.
I passed
Break
the
it
ball
down.
to them. I passed the ball to them. Like when they open, I drop assists. Like I'm throwing
So
the
a hoop
alley-oop.
term is, pass the ball
Yeah,
to them.
that's right.
That's what it means. No doubt. Shout out.
No doubt.
Hey, so some of you. My next question I was about to get into was talk about some some of your most memorable games and experiences at Oak Hill. My man L. Davis said talk about the FLC Franklin Learning Center Oak Hill game 91-92. City of
Went
Palms.
there, huh? Yeah. That's big. The meat hook. Yeah. They beat us, man. He wanted me to say that.
Meatball hand, Ferran
Yeah,
hand, meatball hand.
man. And my man Sean Colson. Shout out to
Yeah,
Coach.
shout out to Sean Colson doing big
Sean
things.
Colson, that's my
Yeah.
dude, man. Yeah, that was a game, man. They beat us, man.
Wow.
That was
I
that
know
was a
that game was legendary, dog.
Man, that was legend. Me and Sean Colson see each other pretty much every summer, and we always bring it up. He always got to bring it up. So they talk about it every summer. But that was a great game. We really didn't know about the meat hook. We know about Coach. We know about all the rest of the guys they had.
Yo, meat hook.
We ain't know nothing about
big
meat
fella
hook,
in the
man.
paint. Yeah.
Oh, man, killed us, bro. So
yeah.
in overtime, they end up beating us, but. Yeah, man, that was.
We got Colson on here. Shout out Sean Colson.
Yeah.
We got the legends in the building. Shout out to Colson. Yeah, watching us.
Sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's what's up, man. So some more memorable. What are some of your most in addition to that, some of your most memorable games or experiences at Oak Hill playing? That people still talk about, things still come to your memory.
Just all the games, really, man. Being there, the experiences we had going to Alaska, going to Hawaii, just the places I visited. I tell these kids all the time, this basketball can take you a lot of places. I never would have seen Alaska, Hawaii, without Oak Hill and that ball. You know what I'm saying? So for me,
you ain't go up there and play against Trajan Langdon, did you?
Yeah, we beat them too in the semifinal.
Oh, did y'all?
Yeah,
wow.
We beat them in the semifinal. Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, we won the Alaska shootout that year. We beat them in the semifinal, but
okay,
it was good, man. It was legendary. Like I said, like I knew Trajan before he even came to the state, so that ball in Oak Hill showed me a lot of stuff. So just all the games in general, I don't have one game I could say that was better than the other. So
yeah. Who are some tough players that you remember going on the road playing against that people may remember, that may have went on to the league? Some players that, Oak Hill, you guys played nationally, you guys traveled around the country. Who's some players that you remember playing against, besides, Colson and those guys?
We pretty much played everybody, man. We played Damon Flint from Cincinnati. He was always tough. He was a big guard, 6'5".
Yep. Damon Flint.
Reggie Freeman. My man Reggie Freeman was his teams in New York. Rice. He played Rice with Felipe Lopez.
The Dominican Michael Jordan, man. Shout out Felipe Lopez, man. He was different.
Freeman was that dude.
All those guys,
high left crossover that pulled that three. So they had a tough team. I remember Rice. We played pretty much everybody at Oak Hill because we traveled like all around. So we pretty much seen everybody. We played Cameron Dollar.
Man, Dollar, you mentioning names that people forgot about, man.
Yeah, Cam Dollar. And, that team down there, they had Curtis Staples and those boys at Harker Prep. That's what it was. Something like St. James, Prospect Hall. So Yeah, they always had good teams. It was just everybody was good, man. Like I said, so we traveled and played everybody.
Yeah, what was the confidence level like, man? Like, y'all getting off the bus, you got Stackhouse to your left, you got your guys. Like, what was the confidence level like, man?
We knew we could win. Any game we went into, we felt like we could win the game. So, but we played like that. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we just beat people. If we know we can beat them, we just beat them. In the first quarter, the
Mm-hmm.
game was pretty much over. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So we just took care of our business, and that's what, like, being a coach now, I preach a lot. Just take care of your business. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't give teams that's not good confidence. So we did that growing up. That's a part of, like, what you say, the 90s. That was our kind
Gotcha.
of our different
Mm-hmm.
mentality. We're gonna do that
Mm-hmm.
step on you if we better than you. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the difference to me, like how we
Yeah.
approached the game. We knew we could win,
Mm-hmm.
and we went and did it.
Mm-hmm. So you guys, your junior year, your senior year, coaches are they're coming, they're recruiting Stackhouse, and guys are getting recruited. At what point did you start to feel like you were getting some attention from college coaches, and that you felt like, yeah, I'm the guy as well?
Oh, it was when I went to Oak Hill. It was already like I had stuff at West Charlotte. I had Wake Forest
She
and
was
all
already
that.
getting
Yeah,
letters.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I
she
was
was
getting
already
it. Yeah,
getting letters. So
oh
okay,
yeah, I was getting
so
it.
you
Just
knew what
then.
was coming.
Oh yeah, no doubt. It was
Gotcha.
coming then. So then when I
Yeah,
went to Oak Hill, it just got crazy. Just bigger schools like the
yeah.
UNCs and everybody started coming then. So I had them then, but me and Stack always talked about playing together. So like at first it was gonna be NC State. Like we both love NC State, but
Uh-huh.
the situation really didn't add up, right? And it was kind of hard to tell Dean Smith no. To be
Yeah,
honest
yeah,
with you,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like
Especially being a
this,
Carolina kid.
yeah. So, but yeah, me and Stack had always talked about it being at Oak Hill together. That like we kind of like two pieces that every team need, a point guard and a wing. So
Yeah, yeah.
it would be,
Wow.
so we always talked about it. And then we went to kind of jumping around, but we went to McDonald's All-American game, and Rashid was my roommate. So
Mm.
at that point, we started talking about the threesome. Now it started becoming all three of us. So
Wait, that's an inside scoop. I
yeah,
appreciate. Listen,
yeah,
I'm putting this puzzle together now. So listen. So I interviewed
right.
Alvin Williams, and then I interviewed Jason Lawson. And the word on the street in Philly is that Alvin Williams, Tyrone Weeks, Jason Lawson, and Rashid, they were all supposed to go to Villanova.
Villanova, right, yeah, no doubt. We intercept
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So now I'm finding out, some
Yeah.
of the things that kind of pulled
Right.
Rashid away. So
That's
y'all were
right.
roommates in the
That's right.
in the McDonald's game.
I wonder how that happened, right?
Okay,
So
it's
yeah,
coming together now.
yeah. So Stack stayed in our room. We worked them all week, man. So yeah,
That's what's up. That's
we worked the
dope.
big
That's
fella. Pulled him out
classic,
of Philly. That's
classic memories, man. That's good
right.
stuff right there. We're gonna come back to that, man. Real quick. Somebody had a question. Somebody had a good question. Coach K1913, KJ19. I wanted to know, just talking about the high school, how you said y'all always just beat people, and by halftime it was over. He said, how did y'all stay motivated? How did y'all stay motivated if the game was pretty much over in the first quarter or the first half?
Well, he take us out. I mean, we get up so many, he just take us out and
Okay.
put the other guys in. So, I mean, we just kind of was different. We just wanted to hurry up and get the game over with if we knew we were better. Now, we had some games we had to play into the fourth quarter, and it was tough.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, if we felt like we was better than the team, we just took care of our business.
Just get it over with.
Pressed them out, got it over with. Yeah.
So. Press, steal, dunk. We up 30. Yeah. Let's get this over so we can go home. Before we talk about McDonald's All-American and the college and all that kind of stuff, a few more stops I want to make real quick. AAU. Did you play? Was AAU big then? Did you play any AAU ball?
Yeah, I played with the Charlotte Sonics. Yeah.
Okay.
We had a crazy team. We had Jeff Capel, head coach.
Oh man, for real?
That was my backcourt. Me and
Jesus
Jeff in the backcourt.
Christmas.
Stack was the wing. We had Thad Bonaparte played at Marshall.
Wait. You, Jeff Capel, and Jerry Stackhouse played on the same AAU team?
Yeah, Charlotte Sonics. Yes, sir.
Dog, you gotta be kidding me. That was like cheating, man.
No, man, it wasn't cheating.
Wow.
Jesus. Had to keep up, man.
That's crazy.
Right.
And the dope thing about back then was, it's not, like in comparison to now, it's 10 AAU teams per neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, or more.
That's right.
But back then, they were kind of far in between. It may be one AAU team in a whole town. So that coach got the pick of the litter, you know what I'm saying?
That's
And you
right.
could really get a nice team and take the show on the road, you know what I'm saying?
Right, of course.
So yeah, man. So continue. So it was you, Jeff Capel, Stackhouse. Who else? Some
We
guys
had a
y'all
guy,
had?
Thad Bonaparte, played at Marshall. He was
Mm-hmm.
big time. Thad could play. He could post up and score. Latrim Blanton, he was a defensive nightmare. He could guard anybody. Rod Cunningham could shoot the lights out. Mike Cole. We had a lot of guys that could play, man, that people probably didn't know about. So it was tough. We lost to Allen Iverson and Joe Smith. Allen
Wow. Oh, Joe
Iverson,
Smith,
Joe Smith.
Maryland's Joe Smith. Went to Maryland, Joe Smith.
Yeah, Tony Rutland.
Oh,
That was Boo Williams. We lost to them in the championship.
yes.
So
Oh
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. So we had some
Oh
battles,
man.
man.
Talk about that real quick. Let's stay there for a second, dog. We got Stackhouse, we got McInnis, we got Cable and all his guys going up against Boo Williams, Allen, because and Boo Williams was like, man,
That's right.
he would put it together,
That's right.
man.
Boo
Allen
squads,
Iverson.
man.
Oh, come
Joe
on, man.
Smith,
Joe Smith.
Abraham.
Tony Rutland.
Yeah,
Oh man, dog. Talk about what
high crossover.
anything.
Tariq Turner.
So I remember that name.
Yeah.
Anything you remember from that game, man? Any plays? Anything you recall from that?
Salem. The championship game was at Lawrence Joe Coliseum in Winston-Salem. They beat us probably like at the buzzer. The game was so good. We did it again. We just played again just for fans to see it again.
Just because.
Yeah. We just played it again like probably like a month later.
Wow, y'all gave him an encore.
Yeah, man, it
What?
was crazy. Yeah,
Yo,
that
oh
was crazy,
man.
So,
if I could have been there, is anything like that with this wasn't the camera phone era, video kit. Is any of that on film, or that's just a memory?
I'm pretty sure somebody got some of it. We had a kid named Chase Matheny. I don't know if you know Chase. He played at Virginia. He was 7'2".
Wow. Okay.
And AI caught it off the rim. AI probably was about 5'8" then 5'9". He was little.
Caught it off the rim on him.
7'2", man. It was unreal, bro. Like, I mean, like, who is this kid, man?
Yeah,
who is
crazy.
This dude? Like,
Allen Iverson. Dang, that's crazy.
Now,
did y'all know, coming into that game, they go AI, or was it just like, no, this is us?
We did because Nike camp.
Okay, so you knew him from the Nike camp. Okay.
Yeah, so we was talking trash, actually leading to it. Like, get there then. We'll see if y'all get there.
Yeah, okay,
so
okay.
It was good. Like, yeah, so it was good fun.
That's cool. That leads to my next question. Perfect segue. You mentioned the Nike camp. Now, it's all about the AAU pro. Peach Jam, and everybody's playing AAU besides high school ball. But back then, camps were huge. Camps was where it was at. Nike, ABCD camp, 5-star, Adidas. Yeah. What camps did you participate in back then?
I went to 5-star, ABCD, Nike. That's really the only three I kind of went to. I went to like Prep Stars in Charlotte, just local stuff. We had no money. We had no money to travel, bro.
Travel, yeah. I know that's right. That's right.
We had to do local camps, and then I never went to a university camp. Those costs. So we always laugh about that. Like the richer kids in our neighborhood would go to the Syracuse camp, Carolina camp. I'm like, nah, I can't. My mom can't get no $400 up from camp.
Yeah, that was a lot, man. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, them Jones was like the average was like $350, like $350. What? How you gonna fix your lips and ask your mom, yo, mom, you got $350 so I can go hoop?
That's food for the month, bro. You know how it is. But
you better $350 yourself down to the basketball court to the park.
That's right. That's right. They teach you, but yeah. So not a lot of camps, just Nike, Adidas, and then I did the Prep Stars, and then I went to 5-star a couple times. So
got you. So just anything you remember from any of those camps, any players you played against, any memories, any highlights, just anything you remember from any of those experiences.
I was always younger, so I think Travis Best, just seeing how good those guys were, like how much harder I had to work when I got back, like I said, just seeing Travis Best, I mean, I was like, wow. Like, these dudes little, but they were so fast, and they could score the ball. Like, he was a high-level scorer. So I remember him. I remember seeing Super Friends. I saw Chris Webber, Jalen Rose. I saw their AAU team. I was like, wow. I saw Penny Hardaway because I was like always young, but they would bring me up to 17s to sit on the bench and watch. So I watched our 17s play Super Friends with Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, like all these dudes, bro. I was like, man, this is crazy, bro. Like, so for me,
Help you to understand that there's
yeah, that's
levels to
right.
this game,
That's
man.
right. It's levels to this
Yeah.
game. I was a good local kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I was a good local kid, but it's
Yeah.
levels. It's levels.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
and it let me understand I had to work that much harder to get there. So, if you wanted to get there, you had to work. So I really worked at it. And, you know,
And
at
for
some
you to
point,
realize, like, wait, these kids is my age. You know what I'm saying? Like they're my age or a year or two. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They
that's
grown
right.
men. Like we're
That's
all
right.
peers.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? This
That's
is
right.
a different, whole nother level, man.
That's right.
Is there anything in particular that you may remember from the camps or roommates you had, or just anything that sticks out, or it's just kind of like a blur with the camp memories?
Yeah, not really nothing in particular.
Okay,
Just blur. Yeah.
got you. Go back to at what point did you realize that you were potentially going to be a McDonald's All-American? Was it word on the street, or when did you find out that I'm gonna be a McDonald's All-American?
Well, we just was hooping at Oak Hill, and then you kind of seen how the rankings was dropping, and then I think Bob Gibbons was the hottest ranking out. Like Bob Gibbons started being like the biggest ranking, so you knew if you was in that top 20, you had a good chance of being, McDonald's All-American. So after Nike camp, I think I probably had my best summer ever, and like Randy Livingston, Jock Vaughn, those were all the point guards.
Randy Livingston, Jock Vaughn. Wow, they some names, man.
So that's who I chased. Those are the guys that I was chasing because they always were up higher than me in the rankings. So those are the two names, and those were my boys too.
Oh, shit, we got Sheed in the building.
Don't
We got
start
Sheed.
that, don't
Uh-oh, here go Sheed. We got
So-
it's about to get comical. It's about to go down. We got Sheed in the building.
That's
Shout out to
crazy.
Rasheed Wallace. Appreciate you tuning in, big dog.
No doubt. So yeah, man. But yeah, so I was always chasing those guys. So Randy and Jock Vaughn, they were the hot names. So we all had respect for each other. But those were the times I wanted to play against those guys to see where I fit and where I belong. So that's kind of how it was then. Now all these dudes want to play together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A lot different, man. So
Yeah.
But that,
So how do you remember performing against those guys? And then did you see your name start to circulate more? Having good performances against guys like that.
Yeah, definitely. The ranking, I started going up in the rankings. I went from probably like 27 or 28 to when it finished, I was 11. So when the final ranking came out, I was 11. So for me, I knew I had worked my butt off and my work had showed. So, but like I said, I still wanted to keep getting better and just keep getting better. That was just the recognition part of it. When you get the recognition, you still got to keep working harder. You know what I'm saying? So that was just good to be up there with those guys that I was reading about just last year. You know what I'm saying? So now to see my name with those guys, I appreciate it. Yeah.
No doubt. So when did you first find out that you were selected to be in the McDonald's All-American game? Because nowadays, everything's on social media.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This and that. So,
Coach Smith call you in the office and be like, you made the McDonald's All-American.
Simple as that. Your coach told you.
Ain't no show, all that stuff. Yeah,
Ain't no big, big old McDonald's presentation.
They get trunks now. I seen they got big trunks with full of gear. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Well, when a couple kids that I know, like Cam Reddish and Lonnie Walker, when they got it, the whole McDonald's crew, they came and did a presentation at their school. Presented them with their jersey.
I had a kid, Devon Dotson. I know exactly what you mean, Devon Dotson.
Yeah, they did the whole presentation.
Right, man. Like, man, what is this, man?
So your coaches call you in the office, like, yo, man, by the way,
that's right. You made it, bro. That's it.
No doubt. And did you at that point? Did you understand the magnitude of what that meant back then?
Oh yeah.
And how did it? How did it hit you?
Burger Boy. I mean, you knew what it meant. Like it's only 24 or 20, whatever. It's only 24 in the world. Like that go playing this game. So you knew the significance of it. I mean, and you still do now. Like every year you see everybody talk about how they get shafted, how this happened, how that happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's the truth. Like so we knew. Yeah, we definitely wanted a class of guys. That you playing with or play with. Let me get my charger. But yeah,
take your time.
It definitely you knew what it meant. You knew what it meant to play in that game. So we definitely appreciate it, and I knew what it meant. So I definitely wanted to make it, and I was honored to play with all those dudes. So for me, it meant a lot.
Yeah, where was the game at that year? 93.
Memphis.
In Memphis. Got you.
That's right.
Yeah. So who were some of the guys you played in the McDonald's All American game with, and who was on you? Was you on the East team or the West
Yeah,
East team, right?
yeah, East, Rashid Stack, Rashid Stack, Randy Livingston, D'Antonio Wingfield, Jock Vaughn, Ronnie Henderson, who else, man? Ronnie Garris. It was a lot of dudes, man. Chicago boys, big Rashard Griffith, all those boys, man. It was crazy. It was packed, man. We had
Yeah.
them all in there, so
Yeah.
that was the year.
What
I
did
was
you
fortunate.
what did you do what was that night what tell me about the week, what was the week like for you? It was a week event. You guys do some charity things and you all do a
Yeah,
lot, and then tell me what the practices were like, how intense they were, and then your memories from the game.
it was good because like we saw those NBA people in our practices, man. That's what kind of got it hyped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
NBA people everywhere. So I think from the practices where it was serious. Like I think the practices were more serious than for us. The game we throwing lobs and having fun, but the practices where we got down to it because the NBA people were in there. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
everybody was a little more
Like
serious.
NBA scouts and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
So
okay.
they watched the practices. So you kind of a little different now. You ain't laughing
Hmm.
and joking. So I think
Exactly.
the game is more looser, but the
Hmm.
practices were where it was. And I learned a lot. We went to the Martin Luther King stuff. We saw some stuff. We saw some educational stuff, but just bonding with the dudes, I think that's more like bonding with the guys. They have a dunk contest. They have a 3-point shootout. You just have fun. You get to
Hmm.
know dudes. You get to know dudes that you've been reading about in Street and Smith, or just dudes. Like you just develop relationships. And like I said, you still have some of those. Like what, 30 years later, I'm still talking to
Hmm.
people that like Jock. We all still communicate. All of us
Wow, that's
guys.
dope. That's dope.
Randy, she, Stack. So we all cool. So it's still the same thing.
For like a fraternity that you guys, what I'm
No
saying,
doubt.
built, and it's just, that bond continues. That's what's up, man. Um, what anything in particular from the actual game that kind of stuck out to you?
Just fun. Now we had fun, man. Really, we just had fun. Like I think that's the main thing. We all had fun. Like I don't even really remember a lot. I just know we just had fun. I think I maybe shot twice the whole game. It was just fun,
Yeah,
just throwing lobs. You wanted to see who could jump the high. We was throwing
I know that's
lobs,
right. And
having
I think
fun with it.
Stackhouse was trying to go for a record that night.
Yeah, he was got Stack was
Stack
playing
was going
serious.
crazy.
Stack was playing
Stack was
serious.
super
Yeah, Stack was
serious.
Stack was getting triple threat, getting that thing to the cup, getting fouled. So that's Stack. That's how he played. My
Oh,
boy, that's how Stack played
she
on.
said the most memorable experience was him getting kicked out the game.
Right. Oh, I mean,
Oh,
yeah, man.
she said when I interviewed him, he forgot little tidbit of history. He said he's the only player in McDonald's all American history that ever got kicked out of McDonald's game.
And summer league when you couldn't even get kicked out of summer league. So he got kicked out of summer league and the McDonald's game. So,
Yo,
dude, man, that's my
legendary.
guy.
That's legendary right there. Hey,
Yeah.
tell me about let's go back and talk about real quick before we talk about North Carolina. Tell me about the college recruiting process and what ultimately led to Carolina. Like, what were your your top your top 5 schools, or other schools that you were considering, and then why North Carolina ultimately?
I went to I visited Michigan, University of Michigan, Florida, NC State, and Carolina. Those probably were my last 4. So,
Hmm.
and I had like John C. Smith on my list too. That's a school in my hood. I
Okay.
grew up in Batesboro Road, so I had John C. Smith on my last 5,
Oh, that's what's up.
and just to show them love, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Of course.
So, but I went to Michigan on a visit. I liked it. Everybody was feeling the Fab Five at that time. So for me,
Hmm.
but I just thought that's a long way. And
Yeah.
I thought Steve Fisher kind of loved the Detroit boys. He loved them Detroit boys. And
I
I was from
understand.
Charlotte, so I
Yeah.
didn't know how I fit in really. But so
Uh-huh.
that wasn't it. I went to Florida. That's probably was my best visit as a
Hmm.
school at University of Florida.
I mean, campuses like that are like
Phew.
resorts. How could you say
Man,
no to Florida or
man,
Miami?
they were going to class, or they were skating with bikini tops. I'm like, they going to class? Like, so it was just different. It was just different I ever seen, man. Florida was crazy. NC State was good. I love Jimmy Valvano growing up. I told you, man, Stat was
Jimmy V,
really
legendary.
feeling those, right? So,
Hmm.
I think Kennedy was the coach by then, but Les Robinson was the coach. But
Hmm.
it was just Carolina. I went on that visit and we seen the school. I went on Midnight Madness to my visit. That
Yeah.
was crazy. Like I think
Curtains.
I committed coming in the locker room like, Coach, I'm coming. Like,
I know that's right.
I'm coming. Like it was,
So
man, it was
what
crazy.
was the progression as far as like who committed first? You, she, Stackhouse, who like?
I think Stack, me, and then she, because we both were working she. That I told you we would start working she. Like, come on, man, you the last piece. You gotta come. You gotta come. So,
No doubt.
you know, I was like, man, 5:30 practice. You want to practice at 5 in the morning, like, you know, because I know Temple was on him. So we was like, 5 in the morning, like, so, man, you can't get up at 10, you know. So, so we was working she, you know. So he finally came, and we felt like we had the best class with us three. So.
I mean, that had to be the best recruiting class, man.
Yeah.
Y'all three, like that's crazy, legendary right there.
Right.
Hey, so let's talk about Carolina, man. Let's talk about the first practice or you know whatever, you know, just your first couple experiences basketball wise, you know. Something I totally forgot to mention. High school. What kind? You know, this is super important. What kind of student were you, man? Forgot to talk about that. You know, books, education, that's super important. I definitely can't. I'll be remiss if I didn't talk about that. What type of student were you? Straight B's?
Straight B's. All B's.
Okay, that's solid. That's sturdy. That's sturdy.
Be on the road. Be on the road, man. Be on the road student.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
I did my schoolwork, man, growing up. Like, it was different. If you wanted to play ball, you had to do it. It was different. Like, now, I mean, I'm not saying they don't have to do work now, but it's so much online. And just, you had to do this paper, this test right here in front of you and do, you know what I'm saying? We had to do our schoolwork. It was a little
manually, you had to do it, yeah.
You couldn't get by as much. So it was the best thing, though. Like, you couldn't be in this world and be educated and not. So I'm glad that it was a different world. So, I mean, but for me, I did my schoolwork. I was a B student. I ain't like school. Like, be real, I ain't like that shit. But I mean,
I got
that's
you.
what it was. I wanted to play ball, so I knew it wasn't no ball without grades. So I did.
And did you have to take the ACT or the SAT? SAT. How'd you do on the SAT? You think?
I got enough to play.
Okay, like a seven, around the time, like a 7.
We only had to have a 700 at that
No
point,
doubt, no doubt. So you passed it.
Yeah, I passed, bro.
No doubt. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so so tell me about Carolina, man. You know, your first practice you get to, or you know, what was it like? You know, suiting up, going to practice for the first time, and you know, and then also, you stop there, and then second part of that, reflect. Just stay there for a second. Just what was it like going to your first practice, and you know, what was that experience like?
The first practice, it was kind of like you ain't know what to expect. Just ready, excited, anxious, ready to play. And then when he started yelling, man, it was like, whoa. Like, whoa, like this ain't the same coach.
I ain't see this. I ain't see this side of him when he was in my living room recruiting me.
Man, the honeymoon over, so it was different. It was rough on freshmen. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like the first week, I was like questioning, did I make the right decision? I mean, I was like, we all were. Like, I mean, we all were looking at each other like, bro, what's up? Like, we couldn't do no right. I mean, and I think he was building us up to be the players he wanted us to be. Like, okay, y'all was so good in high school. Well, you're not gonna do it that way here, kind of like, you know. So you had to adapt to the way he wanted us to play. Like, and you know, it was the best thing for us. Like, he was such ahead of the game. Coach Smith was one thing I'll say. We was down in ball screens in 93, 92. We were down in ball screens and couldn't understand why we were doing it. Like, but now if you look at the game, everybody trying to ice the ball screen, do this, and do that. So. It was a learning for me. I learned so much being there. Like for me, I knew I wanted to coach at some point.
Okay.
So just being around Coach Smith was like a dream come true. Just soaking up his knowledge, seeing him in film room, seeing him how he handled his coaches. So I learned a lot there.
Yeah, one piece that's helpful for kids now that are watching this now that are going from like high school to college. A lot of them think it's sweet, man. They don't understand what it's like jump from this level to that level. Whether you go on to a D3 school, it don't matter. Like going from high school to college, you know what I'm saying, it's tough. Tell me about any adversity that you experienced just, you know, going from high school to college and then how you got through it, if you hit any adversity.
I could say more like when I got in the league and I got out the league a little bit. So I had to go through the CBA. And that's probably the most adversity I had, like, as far as basketball. Like,
So there was no real, like, you know, not adversity, but just like a learning curve going from high school to college?
Yeah, I was sitting on the bench.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about that. How did you deal with that? How did you deal with that experience?
Like, I mean, I respected Derek Phelps' game. I thought Derek Phelps was a good player. So I was mad I didn't play, but I didn't feel like the guy in front of me wasn't good.
I
So
understand.
I respected the process a little bit, but I was
Okay.
just like, when you're 17, 18 years old, you still thinking like I could have went there and played. I'm watching dudes that I like was better than, kind of killing as a freshman, and I'm
Yeah,
sitting on the
yeah.
bench. So for
I could have
me,
went to NC State and played right
yeah,
away,
bro,
or
I'm
went
like, my
here. Yeah,
man, I could
yeah.
have been killing. So that was the hardest
Uh-huh.
thing, like being on the bench as a freshman, kind of getting sprinkled minutes. But our
Uh-huh.
team was good, so I respected it. I got better playing against Derek Phelps every day in practice.
At what
'Cause
point did you understand the process?
my sophomore year,
Okay.
when I
Okay.
started starting, shit. Like
Okay. So as a freshman,
I
you
never
ain't know
understood it.
about it.
I know I wasn't trying to understand it. You know what I'm saying? But when I
Uh,
started starting, I understood because the freshman behind me was getting them sprinkle
no
minutes.
doubt.
So I said, okay, I got it now. Okay, you just gotta get in this position.
You ain't
So now,
understand it when you was
yeah,
in it.
no, I ain't know. I'm not trying to understand that.
No. Oh, that's right.
Right.
That's what's up. So first game. So I guess your sophomore year, you're coming out of the tunnel. So you started your sophomore year. You starting your
Yeah,
sophomore
no
year.
doubt. Yeah.
So what was that experience like for you?
It was on, man. I think we played like Texas, our first game. Like Texas, they had Terrence Rencher. They had all the boys. So that was like
Mm-hmm.
our first game. And they were all like, okay, now we got all these sophomores. What they gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of our come out game. Like all of us, we all balled out. Like Stag, she, myself, we all had good games. And I think they felt like, okay, we good now. So,
Mm-hmm.
but no, we all had good games. It was a game. It was like they were up. We had to come back late and win it. So it was good. That's when that little Rod Anderson kid was shooting from half court. I mean, you remember
Uh-huh.
the kid from Texas? He was shooting from half court.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it was a battle though, man. But it was good stuff, man. So that was memorable for me. Like one of
Yeah.
my starts.
Yeah. What are some of your most memorable experiences in college? Basketball wise.
Just beating Duke 6 times.
Wow, 6 times.
Yeah, 6 in a row, 6-0 against Duke. So in 3 years we beat them.
Wow.
So like
Wow.
that was always what we got up for. All the other games were cool, but to beat Duke every time was, we wanted to beat them, and it was a crazy rivalry. Until you're around it and see it, you don't really know how crazy that rivalry is until you're
Mm.
around it. But it's kind
And
of dope, man.
any game in particular, any Duke game in particular, like whether it was a home game or one down at their place that sticks out?
The triple overtime, everybody loved that game.
Wow, triple overtime.
They went to 3 overtimes. I think Stack fouled out, or she might have fouled out, and every time we think we got the game, they'll hit a crazy buzzer beater long half court. They hit
Mm.
like 2 half court shots to tie it up.
What?
So yeah, 2 half court shots
I'm
to
sure
tie
it's
it up.
on YouTube. If I
Oh
Google,
yeah, you can Google that
yeah,
game.
find
That's
on
crazy.
YouTube.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
and like we were up 2. I think Donald Williams might have hit a shot with like 30 seconds. And
Somebody, my man, Bill Hoyle said, Cape will hit a buzzer beater.
yeah, he had one. He had one at the first overtime, and then I think they might have came right back and hit another one. Like they put it in second overtime. So I got the steal with, like, we were up 2, and I stole the ball so fast on the inbound they didn't even see it. The camera didn't see it. So
Wow.
we spent the whole possession trying to get the points and not even playing defense. So like they almost scored. It was crazy, and we ended up beating them like 102 to 104. It was crazy,
Wow,
man.
that's
Like,
crazy,
yeah,
dog.
man, it
And was
was
that at
crazy.
home for y'all or
That was
away?
at Duke. That was at Duke.
Wow,
So
at Duke.
yeah, at Duke. So that was
That's
crazy.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But off the court, me being in college, college was a time where, I've met some lifelong brothers of mine. You know what I'm saying? Guys that I've been in their weddings, and we just have those college memories that we'll never forget. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to do with basketball, just us in the dorm, just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? What's some of the most fun that you had, hanging out with Sheed and Stack and all those guys just on campus or in your apartments or, whatever?
Just a lot, man. We would always go to parties on other campuses, like just going to Central to the 1040 break, like North Carolina Central. That's a school right down the street. So we would go there, and that's a nice little atmosphere to see a school. So
No doubt.
we would always go to the 1040 break and hang out. Rashid, we hit Pan Pan in Durham, so we go eat at Pan Pan. Just little stuff like that. We would always stick together. We hung out together. Being in Chapel Hill, we would probably go to somebody's apartment, play spades, kick it like that. We cook on the grill. Stack think he the chef, so Stack always cooking.
No doubt.
Stack cooking on the grill in the house, so Stack always cooking and keep us fed. So we always had good times, man. Everybody had their craft of what they do, so we was
Yeah.
all good. So we hung out a lot. So as far as memories, just we was together a lot, so it was so many memories, man. We hung out a lot over there
Yeah.
in Carolina. You know, we hung with some Duke guys. Cherokee Parks was cool with me. He used to
Cherokee,
come
shout
kick
out
it.
Cherokee Parks.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Cherokee was cool. Chris Carrawell was another one I used to kick it with. So Chris, my
Hmm.
guy too. So all the Duke guys ain't bad. You know, we Kenny Blakely, that's my guy. So
No
we still
doubt.
kick it with them dudes. So
That's,
it ain't like everybody think. We
I
all
know
got
that's right. I know that's
it.
right. That's what's up, man.
No doubt.
So who you guys, you stayed at, at North Carolina how many years?
3.
So did everybody stay 3 years? And when I say everybody, I mean Stack
No, they
and
stayed 2.
she.
They
Oh,
stayed
so
2.
so they left after 2 years. So what was your third year like? You know, without those guys, and
Well,
then who you know?
we had some pretty good freshmen come in. Vince Carter and Antoine Jameson
Oh,
came in.
Jesus! Come on now. We talking about okay. Okay, who gonna be the replacements? Another more future NBA Hall of Famers, and like, come on, like, I
Right.
mean, what? Come on, man. Oh man, talk about that, man. Talk about what it was like playing with Vince Sanity and Antoine Jameson, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
man. They were young, man. So they were figuring it out when I played with them as a freshman. But by the end of the freshman year, they turned into studs, both of them. So
Yes.
they figured it out. At first, they were start questioning themselves, and it's tough coming in playing for Dean as a freshman. It's, you know, so they figured it out. But they turned to sophomores by the end of their freshman year. They were balling. We started balling. So. Like, I hated it that I couldn't come back my senior year and play with those guys. But,
Yeah, imagine,
you know,
what I'm saying? Being able to come back and play with them again, you know what I'm
again, man,
saying?
yeah. But I had to,
Wow.
like I said, I had to do what's best for me and
You had
my
to strike when
family.
it was
But
hot for yourself.
that's right.
Yeah.
So, but I do. That's one thing I wish what could have been when I played with those boys again. But
Yeah.
you know, so it was fun though. But like I said, they were young and we won some games. We got to the tournament and it was good though. You know, we
Yeah.
didn't do it like we should have.
What Carolina what Vince Carter dunks were you a part of? Like what did you see him do that was just unbelievable?
A lot, dog. Like some crazy stuff. But I think the most memorable one, we were down 20 to Wake Forest, and
Ooh.
we came back. We took the lead by 1, and with like 20 seconds left, I stole the ball, but I was about to fall out of bounds, and I just took the ball, and I just I got my balance, and I saw, I think it might have been Tim Duncan under the basket, but I saw Vince Carter streaking, and I just we were up, and the place was going crazy because we came back, and I just kind of threw the ball. And Vince caught the ball. He took the ball. He went backwards. He did the Harold Miner off of oop. And he dunked that ball, man. It's probably the loudest thing I probably ever heard in my life, bro. Like, it was so amazing, bro. Like, and I was just like, I mean, it was crazy, bro. Like, that was it. Like, he did that dunk. And that's probably, like, you probably can Google that one too, but that's probably one of the best dunks that I've seen. But he had so many, like, but that was
That's
one.
what I'm saying.
Because we came back, we had to come back and get the game. But yeah, Vince had so
I
much.
know the Vince Carter Midnight Madness, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I was
like
about to say, man. His
Midnight
best dunks might be
Madness,
in
man.
practice, bro. Like,
Yeah,
his
practice.
practice dunks be stupid. Like, like he retarded. In practice, yeah, he retarded. Yeah,
Shout out to Vince, man, with with the awesome super long NBA career he had, man. Like, you know, super legend, man. My guy J Mac from Norristown, Pennsylvania wanted to know, was your toughest matchup, you know, speaking of Wake Forest, was your toughest matchup against Randolph Childress from Wake Forest?
Nah, it wasn't tough. That crossover was good. He got a nice crossover, made me fall. That's what he want to say. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I didn't. This was not a
loaded
loaded question. I did not know about that.
Nah, I think he might have said it, but nah, bro, it's good. He that crossover was wicked. It was good. It's history. You know what I'm saying? I can't front.
Okay.
He got me. So
he got you. He caught you slipping.
Yeah, he caught me slipping, man. Randolph got me, but you know it's basketball. I come with it. I mean, I don't run from it. That's what it is. I mean, he got me. What I'm gonna say, but no, Randolph, my guy. We talk. You know what I'm saying? He coaching in college, so. He got me, bro. Like, if you play ball, something gonna happen to you. You play ball, you play this game.
It happens. It happens. Shout out to Randolph Childress, man. I linked. I connected with him. Hopefully, I can get him on the show soon. But I did not know that.
Yeah, that's what he wanted to say, bro.
No doubt. No doubt. Oh, look, he said he didn't want to say it.
No doubt. I said it for you, bro. We good. It's all love.
That's funny. That's hilarious. All right, so let's talk about life after Carolina. NBA, you know, going into, you know, NBA draft night. All right. I want to take it in a few stages. So you knew it was your time after your junior year, right?
Right.
So how did you know it was your time? Like, do you have an agent? Like, what were people saying? And then kind of, what were you hearing on the street?
I mean, I was hearing like, I was hearing kind of back and forth, like some people saying you should go back, and my agent was like, you'll be fine. But I kind of felt in my heart if I went back to school, I knew I could do better. But my granddad was sick, and I think I was just at the point I was ready to go. Like I was just, for me, I was ready to go. And like I always tell people, I bet on myself. Like I did it at a time where people wasn't doing that. Like I felt like I could play in the NBA. I'm gonna bet on myself. So I went, and it didn't work out like I wanted to at first. I went second round to Denver, 37th pick, which, at that time, that was like an infamous pick. Nick Van Exel went 37. Like all these guys was going 37, was having successful careers. So, I went to a good team. I think Bernie Bickerstaff showed that he wanted me. So out of all the teams I could have went to, I felt like Denver was good because Bernie Bickerstaff wanted me. So, I mean, I just wanted to be in the league. Like I said, I knew
amongst all your peers,
that's
you know
right,
what I'm saying?
That's right.
Guys you played in high school against, in college against, amongst your peers. Yeah, of course.
So I knew once I got there, I could play with them. And as far as that, it's just I knew the politics too at a young age of how things work. So, I seen that, and I just knew I had to grind to stay there. Like every year, it was time for my, I just knew I was a guy like, and I always tell these kids like, I play with a lot of dudes who make $20 million. I never was them dudes, man. So I couldn't make the same choices that Rashid could make, or not that he did nothing crazy. So sometimes, but for me, I just did what I had to do, and I knew I could play. I bet on myself. I knew I could stay around, and I knew I was built for anything they pushed me through. And then having dudes like Sheed and Stack to talk to, they kind of help you navigate. It's about getting your money, man. Get the most money out of this shit you can. Like,
I know that's right.
That's kind of the mentality it was. Like, when people say, "What was your favorite team?" All of them. They had banks.
I know that's right.
They had banks. Direct
I know
deposit.
that's right.
So
I know that's right.
All of them was my favorite.
I know that's right. Hey, so take me back to what was it like NBA draft night for you? Like, where were you? What was the experience like? Were you stressed out? Like, what was it like for you?
I was downtown at the Marriott with my family, my agent, all my people. I think the draft was crazy. If you remember the '96 draft, everybody was getting pushed back. It was a weird draft. So like guys that thought they was going top 10 was going like 20. So,
wow.
And I was slotted.
That's huge. Like top 10, now you in the 20. That's huge. That's a big gap. That's a big gap in money too.
What? And I was slotted between 18 and second round. So now you looking like, wow, this thing ain't turning right. But I just felt like a couple teams that I felt like I was gonna get drafted to. I wasn't really disappointed, but I was just like, I just didn't understand it. Like you need a point guard, but you pick a two guard. Like I don't get it. So, but I think everything happened for a reason. I fell to the right team that needed me, so it was cool. I wasn't disappointed because when I talked to Bernie Bickerstaff, he assured me they was gonna treat me like a first round pick. So I was cool. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I was good.
So you still landed in a good situation.
That's right.
You got drafted, good situation for yourself. What workouts did you go to, and how'd they go for you?
Man, I probably worked out with every team, man. I had so many workouts, man. I was telling me I was so tired, bro. Like I worked out probably like 13 days in a row, bro.
Wow.
Like, I was on a West Coast swing, and I just went to probably every West Coast team.
Wow.
Because it was crazy. I went to Sacramento like 3 times. Yeah. And I was training from Charlotte, so I was flying. It was like, and they still didn't draft me. I'm like, damn. Like,
was that a stressful process for you, or you was just hooping? You had confidence. You wasn't nervous. Okay.
I wanted to get in the league, so I would have worked out. I would still be working out. Like,
I know that's right. I was
trying to do what I had to do to get in, bro.
So, yeah, that's what's up, man. So you get drafted by the Denver Nuggets. Who was there when you got there? Who were some of the teammates?
Mark Jackson, Antonio McDyess, Brian Stiff, Tom Hammonds. Who else we had? My man, Mr. Keith Jennings, little guy Keith Jennings was there. We had some. Darvin Ham was there. My guy
Darvin Ham. Yep.
So we had a team. We had a veteran team. Like Dale Ellis, shooter.
Dale Ellis, no doubt.
Yeah, so we had an old school veteran team.
Yeah.
So,
and what was your what was there any so what was the learning curve? I think you alluded to it earlier. Was there a learning curve or any adversity? Just just making it before you get into into your career, but just going from college to the NBA, was there anything difficult about that transition or no?
Uh, just figuring out the way the NBA work and just trying to see like how it worked. Not just for me. Like I played hard. I felt like playing hard would alleviate a lot of the problems. If you just play hard, like if
Yeah.
you make a mistake, a coach could deal with it if you playing hard as shit. So
Uh-huh.
I always just try to play hard. So even if probably I was messing up sometimes, I think the
Yeah.
coach might be cool with it because he playing so damn hard. Like he don't know better. So, but and I just so that's what I tried to do. And I listened a lot. Like I was really a sponge to veterans. Like
Uh-huh.
I listened, and when they talk, I listen, and
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing so that helped me in my process. And like
Mm-hmm.
I just watched a lot. Like being a coach and a player. Like one thing I'm big on is if one group just go and I run the same play for the second group, how do you make a mistake when you're not watching the
They just
position you
did it.
play?
Yeah, they just did it.
And you're not watching the position you play. Like,
Watch your guy and do what he just did.
man, I was like, they thought I was so smart because I always done that. Like I
Yeah.
always watched the dude in front of me. I'm just watching Mark Jackson. I'm doing everything he do. Like I
Yeah.
say, if he take 3 dribbles getting there, I'm taking 3 dribbles getting there.
Basically.
And call the same play. When he call it on the second dribble, I'll get exactly what he did. So it's like,
exactly.
how could you fuck up this? So
Yeah.
like as a coach now, it's so frustrating to me. Like when
Just
that
pay
happens.
attention.
So
Just pay attention,
man.
Pay
Just pay
attention.
attention. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. But
I know that's right. So take us through your NBA experience. Take us through from the Denver Nuggets. Take us through that experience.
I was in Denver, and I think I was in Denver, and I was playing a little bit, not a lot. And then Bernie left. Bernie Biggerstaff left and went to the Wizards.
Wow.
So it kind of like
So the guy
like,
that believed in you and that you know what I mean,
no.
your guy left. Wow.
I'm like, bro. So like then it really didn't work out with the guy who came. It was Malone,
Wow.
one of the Malone guys. He came.
Yeah.
It really didn't work out. So next thing I know, I was out of there.
Like just for the one season?
The next year I was gone.
Wow.
So
Dang.
I went to Greece. So
Okay.
I played in Greece.
So
like,
all right, so before we talk about the transition to Greece, why not to another team in the NBA? Were there any other NBA potentials or
at
no?
the time I just wanted to go get the money. The money was on the table for Greece.
I understand.
And at that point, like I ain't made a lot of money like that yet. So
Yeah.
for me, my vision was different. I'm like, so I'm gonna go take this what's on the table real quick, get this, and then I come back and get in the NBA. I could try that
got
again.
you.
So
Okay.
So that was kind of like those months, and then I came back. And I couldn't get signed with an NBA team right away. Like they were like, I guess they were killing me like at Denver. Like, he didn't want to listen to Malone and starting that shit. So
the rumors almost like blackballing.
Yes,
all
man.
all those owners talk. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I went to the CBA. That's when I went to the CBA in Quad City, Illinois. I went there, played for Dan Panaggio. Got right back in the league with the Clippers. So,
and you tore it up in the CBA, correct?
Yeah, definitely. We won the championship, got MVP, all that. So
I
had to go. I went back to old Jeff from high school in the CBA. Like, I'm gonna just go shoot this ball and go be back myself. Like, this time if I'm gonna go, I gotta show them who I really am. So that's kind of how my mentality was in the CBA. Like, I ain't doing it nobody way but mine this time. Like, I'm just doing it my way. So. My coach believed in me there, so it was easy. Like we won, and I kind of went off. And I had a lot of teams wanting me out of the CBA, so that felt good. Like so I almost signed with the Celtics a couple times, but the Clippers brought me up. And
so the Clippers bring you up, but before that though, did you really feel like you were at a place where you still had something to prove? Like you were just still in the proving grounds? You know what I'm saying? Like having to prove yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did because I felt like they hadn't really seen me. Like I hadn't had a chance to play like me or show them what I could do, and I wanted to show them I wasn't the dude they saying I was. Like I wasn't him. I just I'm competitive. I want to win. I want to play. Like so that's it. Like I ain't out here doing that. And I don't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like
I just want to hoop. I just want to hoop.
I just want to hoop. So
and get paid doing it.
That's right. So it's just like that's kind of where I was at, but. Sometimes I felt like I had a bad reputation with a lot of shit. So, and I was just like, and there was like so many dudes that meet me and be like, damn, bro, you ain't nothing like I thought. That shit used to
Yeah,
make me
yeah,
say,
yeah, yeah.
how am I, bro? Like, what you thought I
I
was?
mean,
Like,
what was the word on the street though? Like, I don't. I
I
mean,
don't
you
know,
don't.
bro.
I don't.
I don't know, bro. He bad guy. He not good. He just, I don't know. I wasn't a good teammate. I heard all this shit. I never understood it. Like, I just want to win and I want to play. Like, if
That's
I'm
right.
not mad at nobody, I'm not hating on nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to play. Like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? That's it. So,
Yeah.
but that was it. And I got the worst reputation for that,
Yeah.
for an extent. I had to fight
Mm-hmm.
that. I felt like every time my free agent year came up, that's what popped up.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I just averaged 16 points, but none of that was up. So like, that's the adversity for me. I dealt with my whole career, like the whole 13 years. I felt like it was a fight every year.
Gotcha.
Like it was
Gotcha.
fight,
Gotcha.
fight, fight.
Yeah. Always in a position with your back against the
Yeah,
wall to have to fight
yeah,
and prove
yeah.
yourself. Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So, at what point did you get the word from your agent that the Clippers, you know what I'm saying? Yo, the Clippers calling you up. Oh, first before
Yeah.
I ask that question, how long was the hiatus between the Denver Nuggets and then the Clippers? How many was it? A couple years or
It
how
was like
long?
it was a year. It was like a year. Yeah,
Okay,
a year.
so not that long.
Nah, not that long.
Okay, so you played overseas and then the CBA and then you get the call. Oh, shout out to another legend. We got the legend Kareem Reed in the building. Shout out to
K Reed in the
Kareem Reed.
building. What's up,
Shout
K
out to the best
Reed?
kept secret. We got the best kept secret watching tonight, man. It's
What's
going down.
up?
We got
What's up, K
shout out to
Reed?
the
Arkansas Prep. Shout out to Arkansas Prep.
my guy. Shout out to you, Kareem Reed, another legend. Appreciate you watching, man. So you said so it was like a year, and then the Clippers. So you said your agent, say, yo, we got this thing going on, or how'd that work out? And then what was it like, getting the call from the Clippers?
Rest in peace, Elgin Baylor. He called me and he's told me they want to bring me up.
Mm-hmm.
It was like back then, they still do it, the 10-day contracts. So
Yeah. Oh man, them 10-day
I packed.
contracts is stressful, dog.
I packed for the whole time though. I was like, I ain't coming back here.
I know that's right.
I ain't coming back, man. So I went. I played hard, man. I ain't never come back, man. So God bless me to like.
What was your mindset going into that 10-day, dog? Like, was it stressful?
Yeah, I mean, I just was like, nah, not really. I just was good to have the opportunity, like.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I signed 2 10 days, and I played really good a couple games, and they gave me like a 2-year deal.
Okay.
So
Okay. That's what's up.
it went from a 10-day to a 2-year deal. So I hustled that thing, man.
I know that's right. I know
You know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying?
You turned
I
lemons
grind
to
that 10 days.
lemonade.
That's
Yeah,
right.
man.
Yeah, man. So I had to do what I had to do. I knew I didn't want to go back. So and ever since then I stayed in and I learned my lesson. So I stayed in and I knew what I had to do to stay there. So
Yeah. So
it was
take us
smooth.
through your NBA experience, from your most memorable experiences, big games, times you played well, matchups, guys you played against, any, some of your funnest times in the NBA.
I mean, I think like playing with Portland, playing with Sheed, those guys, that was a great team to play on. We had battles. I mean, just playing with that team, we were tight as a team. Like, you very seldom you see like 12 dudes want to hang together and go out to eat and do that all the
Mm-hmm.
time. So I think on the court, we were so tight. Like, I mean, just he a character. He talking shit. I mean, everybody. We had Ruben Patterson. He talking shit. Big Rube he was talking junk. So we had a Bonzi was talking shit. So we had a team
Mm-hmm.
that go like that. So we really enjoyed playing the game like on the
Mm-hmm.
road and just but matchups as far as like individual matchups, like I just played hard against anybody and I
Yeah.
respected everybody. So
Uh-huh.
of course I played hard because I respect everybody. So you knew how good those, like I put it to you like this, like you can get embarrassed out here every night if you don't
Every
play.
night. No plays
That's so
off.
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So you gotta be on your head on the swivel every night. So you can get embarrassed out here. So I felt like I don't want to get embarrassed, so you play hard, you play defense,
I know
and
that's right.
you try to embarrass dudes instead of getting
That's
embarrassed.
right.
So,
That's right.
but that was the mentality. So I mean, I just think like every game, like every dude was just different. Like just playing against Gilbert Arenas, you got to bring your shit. Gilbert talking
That's right.
shit, and
That's
he
right.
shooting
Wow.
threes, and so everybody had their own way of how they did it. And like Tony Parker, he don't say nothing, but he going hard. Like he's floating out through the lanes. I mean, just everybody you played against was their own different challenge. Like. So I
Hey,
mean,
shout out to Sheed real quick. He said he's there with I guess he's with Bonzi right now. He told to say you what's up.
what's up, B Wells? What's up with you, thick guy?
That's what's. I know y'all had a lot of good memories. And how long were you there with Bonzi and Sheed and them in Portland?
Oh, we was there 2 years, and then they started trading everybody away, man.
Oh man, who were some
Yeah.
of y'all? Who were some of your other teammates in Portland?
Zach Randolph, shout out to Zebo,
Mm-hmm.
Quintel Woods,
Mm-hmm.
Pip, Scotty,
Mm.
Dale Davis.
Oh, y'all had a legendary team,
Oh
man.
yeah,
Y'all had a
yeah.
legendary team there, man.
Antonio Daniels, Arvidas Sabonis. Yeah, we had a squad, man.
Ooh, y'all had a team.
Yeah,
And
so we
who?
had a good squad.
What were some big games you remember? You know, how far did you guys make it in those 2 years? Just some big
Oh,
games you remember. You think?
shoot, we lost to Dallas in the game before we would have went to the Western Conference Finals to play
Mm-hmm.
Sacramento. We lost in Game 7. We were down 0-3,
Mm-hmm.
so we came back, won 3 in a row, had them down, and Nick Van Exel hit a 3 at the buzzer.
Nick the Quick.
Nick the Quick hurt us, boy. So she had just hit a turnaround to put us up 1.
Okay.
And they were supposed to call timeout, but Van Exel just kept the ball and came down and just pulled it up, made it 3. Wow. And
Wow.
they beat us, man. We was sick, bro.
That's crazy. That's
We was
crazy.
sick. Yeah, that was
Yo,
good. That was crazy.
I'm sitting here thinking. I forgot. It's cool that you. I mean, I definitely got to mention the fact that you played with Rashid in North Carolina, and then wind up being able to be teammates with him
Right.
in Portland, man. That's dope, man.
Yeah, that was dope, bro. That was dope.
How how did that make it easier for you? More comfortable for you playing with Sheed, playing with a teammate like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we know each other. We got chemistry. So
Mm-hmm.
I know where he wanted the ball at when he wanted, and vice versa. And he know he'll kick it out for my little short jumper. He know where I like the ball at too. So I just think just playing with him and the chemistry and just he keeps everybody relaxed on the team. You know, just she being she, he keeps the team relaxed. And we had like a lot. Damon Stoudemire, like we had a lot of guys
Mm-hmm.
that could go. Like we had some goers. Derek Anderson was on that team. Da, shout out to Da. Like Da was on that team, and I don't think people know how Da get buckets. Like
Mm-hmm.
Derek Anderson can score that ball. So
Mm-hmm.
we had a lot of dudes on that team that could play, and
Mm-hmm.
you know we felt like we could have done more. But you know, Coach Cheeks was our coach, and we had a good squad. Like so that was one team, and then I played in Cleveland with LeBron. So I played with the King in
Wow.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
So
Talk about that, man. Talk about that, man.
that was dope, bro. He was a rookie, and I mean, I knew he would be what he is now because he worked so hard. He worked at his game. He was always so big, but he put a lot of work in. Playing with him was fun. It was always showtime. You know, all the stars come out. they come to see
Yeah,
the
yeah,
King.
yeah.
So
What was it like, being there? You were in the league, a couple years prior to him. He comes in as this rookie. What was his demeanor like? What was it like, getting this young kid in, and what I'm saying? What was it like just playing with him, or
he was
off
humble. Yeah,
yeah.
he was humble.
Okay.
He was humble. Like he respected all the guys in front of him. He could talk basketball. He know everything about basketball. Like to be a
Mm-hmm.
young dude, he knew all the stuff of these different kids, and so I mean, he respected the game. And like I said, he was so much more advanced than a high school kid. Talking to him and being around him and
Yeah.
traveling with him, and so he was sharp. Like
Mm-hmm.
so, I knew all this business stuff he doing now would be what he would do because he was
Gotcha.
sharper than an
Yeah.
18-year-old. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Gotcha. So, and then how long did you play? How long did you stay there in Cleveland?
I was in Cleveland for 3 years too.
Okay. Got you. And then after that, where'd you go?
Jersey.
Okay, to the Nets.
Yeah, I signed with Jersey and free agent. Yeah, with Vince and Antoine.
So back with your guys
that
again.
squad. Yeah,
That's dope,
squad.
man. That's dope.
Yeah.
Back with more teammates. Yeah.
That's
And
right.
then what was that experience like in Jersey?
It was good, man. It was good for the first year. Then I tore my knee.
Oh man,
I tore my ACL. At like 32 years old, man. I'm like, I survived all these injuries, and then I get to Jersey and tear my knee.
Dang.
So that was rough on me because
Sheesh.
it was rough. So I kind of struggled after that being there. Then they traded me to Charlotte. So
how was your recovery and your rehab from that injury?
it wasn't going good at first. I started rehabbing, and then I had a setback because my knee it never was getting right. I was putting too much pounding on it because to be honest with you, they was trying to rush me back for the playoffs, bro.
Wow.
So I was pounding my knee too much, and I had a setback. So I
Dang,
couldn't play.
man. So
And
do you think that you had an option to say, you know what, no, like you be, you're the product, you're the brand, you're your own brand. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take care of your product. They may not value you the way you value you because you got to feed your family off your body.
That's right.
Do you think that you had the option to say, you know what, nah, coaches, I want to like take some more time. I want to,
No,
do you
yeah,
think
I had
that
the option. Yeah, I had the option. I just think that the rehab was they was pounding me out in the rehab, and when I was saying I was hurting, I don't think they was believing like where I was saying I was hurting and why. But then as soon as I got another MRI and they looked and said everywhere he's pointing to, they showing white. So I had pounded. They put me in the swimming pool, and 3 weeks later I was good. You know what I'm saying? Because I should have been in the pool the whole time.
The
So
whole time, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you got me doing all this pounding on the treadmill, but so it was good. I ain't end up playing the playoffs. Then they traded me,
Wow.
so that summer. So I went to Charlotte, and that's kind of where I ended my career at. Like,
Back
I'm from
home.
Charlotte. Yep.
Back home.
Yep.
Everything came full
Yep.
circle.
Full circle, dog. So
Wow, that's
that's
pretty
kind
cool.
of
I mean, it's
that's
unfortunate, but that's,
yeah, it is what it is. But
yeah.
so
Wow, wow. So talk about the knee thing real quick, man. What did that do to you? You know, and I want to, just spend a quick second here because as Black men, it's a lot of things that we don't talk about. We kind of keep inside our feelings, our emotions. When we're going through adversity, we kind of keep it inside and just, it's fake like everything's okay on the outside. But mental health and all that, depression, that's emotions are real. So I want to just talk about that real quick. And it's helpful for young kids to understand whenever they go through adversity, how other guys got through it. But where were you mentally when you had that knee injury and knowing your potential, knowing that you had that setback, and then kind of how did you get through it? Two-part question.
I was kind of messed up when I did it. But I knew they told me it wasn't like career ending and nothing.
Okay.
So that was good. I just knew how hard I had to work in the rehab. And so many people had got hurt, and it was easy because like so many people around me was just like, do this, do that, do that.
Okay.
As long as you do this, you good.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So just follow these steps.
Yeah,
and
it was
you'll be
encouraging.
cool.
Yeah, it was encouraging.
So you had some encouragement. Okay.
Right. I had Jason Kidd up there. He had just come off a little injury, so he kind of was like telling me all the stuff to do. And I actually went to his doctor, got it done.
Okay.
So it was good. I had a lot of support and people to help me. So mine was kind of smooth. It was my process was smooth. Rehab, everything was smooth.
Yeah. So one of the themes that I heard you mention that was important in your process surrounding your injury was the support you had. The support you had from your peers who had been through it, who encouraged you, that helped you through the process.
Oh, definitely, yes. My guys just staying in my ear. Like that's a depressing time when somebody get hurt. And
it can be for sure.
Yeah, it can. So but I had a good support system. My mom, my family, my friends, everybody was there. Like they was flying in the Jersey, see me kick it. So I mean, it was good. I knew it wasn't a career-ending injury, like I said. So
that's good.
I just believe everything happened for a reason at some point. So for me, it was good.
Yeah. So you find out you're going back home to Carolina, and just talk about what that experience is like, being back home. And before you get there, how was your body percentage-wise? Like with 100% being like, fresh out the womb, fresh out the box. Where were you?
Good.
You were good?
When the trade happened, I was good. Yeah, I was good by then when the trade happened.
Were you at all favoring your knee, or were you playing like it never happened?
Favoring it like that then. I was back playing, and so Bernie was the coach in Charlotte. So around full circle again. So Bernie.
Wow, that's crazy.
He called me up and he was like, "You in shape, boy?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in shape." So he was like, "I'm gonna trade for you." So he traded for me.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's cool.
Yeah, I went back to Charlotte and played 1 year there. Then he retired, and then they brought in Sam Benson. Sam Benson came in. He kind of did his thing, but he was a young first-year coach. He kind of wasn't ready for it to me.
Yeah.
But so it didn't work out the way I planned. I wanted to go from playing 1 more year to the bench. Coach, you know
to coaching,
transitioning
on your accord. You know what I'm saying? On your accord, yeah.
I'm out here starting checking Kobe. I didn't sign up for this. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? I came here to be a backup to Raymond Clone, play like 12, 13 minutes a game.
Yes.
Transition to the coach.
Yes. Be a player coach.
Starting, checking Kobe. Bro, I didn't sign up for this, dog. Like, come on, bro. Like, my mom looking at me getting roasted by Kobe. Like, this ain't it, bro. Like, nah, this little $3 million ain't
at this point in my life,
dog,
I didn't sign up for this. To be getting cooked by this young kid, Kobe Bryant. I didn't sign up for that.
Dog. This plan went all wrong. They tricked me. I'm like, man, no.
Y'all got me out here playing all these minutes.
No, shout out Ray Felton. Ray Felton, you the starter. This is your job. I'm your backup. So, but yeah, man, they tricked me down there, man.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, while we at it, man, talk about the Mamba, man. Talk about what it was like playing with him, and just any Kobe experience, and just reflect on what it was like hearing when he passed away tragically.
Man, just It's just I can't even put it into words, man. I've been knowing him forever. Like it was sad, man. Like just not seeing him on the court no more, not seeing him around, not seeing him because you saw him with his daughter so much, as of lately. But I don't know, man. It's just I can't believe it. Like it's hard for me to believe it. Like just to think about him gone, but just playing against him, he was he was one of the best to ever do it. So I think Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. That's my three. That's just how I look at it. I'm old school, so but he was just the GOAT, man. I mean, his work ethic was so different. Like the way he worked at the game, it was nothing different than the way he played. Like the shots that he made, we all knew he gonna make them because he worked so hard at it. Like he probably took 2,000 of them shots before the game. Like I mean,
in the
just
warm-ups,
different. Yes, man, he was different, man. And I liked him because he wasn't no friends with nobody out there.
Yeah,
he wasn't friends with nobody when the ball up. So and really for about 7 years in the league, friends with nobody off the court. So I mean,
exactly.
he was doing his thing. Like so I had the utmost respect for him, man. He changed the game. Like I mean, he did. Like, and people would be like, oh, he wanted to be like Jordan. Why not?
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
Everybody wanted to be like Jordan, but he was the only one that really could.
So
exactly. That's why, to me, people was mad. Like, y'all mad at this man because he can really do it like him. Like nobody else can.
He can really do it like him.
Yeah, he looked like him.
He walk like him.
Man, the hand on the hip,
the mannerisms, everything.
Right.
Yeah, he mastered it. Why not?
That's right. Like he the greatest. So
that really tricks me up too. Everybody patterns their game after a certain person. You know what I'm saying? In high school, you coming up in the hood, it's cool. It's okay to pattern your game after somebody. But at that level, people want to give him a hard time about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to be like MJ. Come on,
everybody, bro. Everybody did. So
yeah. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, man.
No doubt, bro.
So your career finished at Carolina?
Yeah, Charlotte. I was done there. Yeah.
Okay. So at what point? At what point did you realize that, okay, it's time for me to close this chapter of my life? And then what was it like for you closing that chapter of your life professionally? You know what I'm saying? After doing it so long.
It was good.
So you were ready. Sound like you were ready.
Yeah, I was kind of like tired of politics, man. Tired of bullshit. At that
give
point.
me an example. What kind of politics?
Just like in Charlotte. Like I felt like just being real. Like I'm from Charlotte, man. I played at Carolina. Why ain't on the coaching staff? Like if I like, you know what I'm saying? I played there, so I just got tired of the bullshit, bro. Like just calling a spade. Like I mean, what's wrong with me? Like I don't know. I just got tired of like being me wasn't good enough. Then fuck it. I go start my AAU team and I do my own thing. So like I want to help kids. So whatever magnitude that was in, coaching pro or but so I mean I wasn't gonna sit around and try to keep getting these NBA jobs because not before that though. I will say I coached in the G League.
Okay.
I coached in the G League with Darvin Ham.
Okay.
That was political because I felt like when he left and went to the NBA, I should have got more love in the G League and been one of the coaches. Our team was doing good. We sent kids to the NBA. So I just didn't understand that. So for me, it was the politics. So that's leading back to what I was saying. I just want to do my own thing because I can control that. I can control helping young kids from what I didn't have. I wanted to start that. So that's why I started Team Charlotte.
Okay.
I started that.
Shout out to Team Charlotte 2028, said that's real, you know what I'm saying? One of your Team Charlotte.
What's up,
yeah, one of your Team Charlotte guys. No doubt.
My young boys right there. What's
shout
up, y'all?
Shout out to Team Charlotte. Yeah. For sure. I gotta shout them out. Yeah. Hey, so you knew that it was your time, to be done, you were ready to be done and coaching. So at what point did you always knew that you wanted to, transition into coaching after playing?
Definitely. Yeah, I did. I wanted to, coach up there, but like I said, I was tired of the politics, so I started training a couple kids, Austin DeScent, Sheldon Mitchell, them were the first couple kids I started training, and they was like, let's start a team, coach. So I just started my own team, and then from there it just took off to where we at today. Like we started from the bottom for real. We was bad when it first started.
Okay.
So now I look back, just kind of rewind. We got Devon Dotson in the NBA. Chicago Bulls. We got Rajon Tucker in the league. He with the 76ers. We got Tashawn Alexander in the league. He with Phoenix. And then Josh Hall played with us like half and half. He with OKC. So we got like 4 dudes in the pros. Aaron Wiggins, who played in my program, he should probably go to the league this year from Maryland. So we've come from really
You're
nothing.
definitely establishing
No
a
doubt,
nice
no
little
doubt, no doubt,
lineage and
no
tradition
doubt,
of guys, going to the next level and
no
showing how
doubt.
you. Hey, she said 2 comments. He said, "Hi, my last game was in QC2." Then he said, "Team QC in the building."
So crazy. Oh, his last game was in the Hornets too.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah.
Yeah,
That's
man.
funny. Yeah, but and you also did you coach at I seen online you coaching at Combine Academy?
That's what I coach now. I'm a head
You
coach there
coaching there
now.
now? Okay, yeah, you coach there
Yeah,
now. Shout out
yeah.
to my young boy, my guy from Philly, Rodney Carson. Were you there when Hot Rod was there,
No,
Rodney
that's my
Carson?
guy though, Rodney Carson.
Yo, Hot
He's
Rod,
the
that's my
man
young
though.
boy, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, okay, cool. That's what's up,
Rod,
man.
yeah, Rodney, he played in Philly at Girard College, and then he left and went out to Combine.
No
But
doubt.
he that's one of the kids that I filmed in high school, highlight reels,
Okay,
and
okay,
then I
okay.
had a little when our high school seasons are over, we got a little tournament. It's not an AAU tournament. It's just like a little 4-week little all-star tournament. You put together a team. So I had the Raw Sports All-Stars, and he was one of my guys that played on the Raw Sports All-Stars, Rodney Carson, man.
Oh,
That's my
respect, no
young boy.
doubt.
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah, no
Rodney,
doubt.
man, doing his
No
thing.
doubt,
Yep.
no doubt, Rod, no doubt.
Yeah. But yeah, so coaching, man, tell me, what it means for you, what it does for you, the type of thing that it, as far as being the fulfillment at the end of the day, coaching the young men, mentoring, what does it mean to you besides just playing, besides just, X's and O's, you know what I mean?
Just seeing their lives change. Just through this basketball, I think I can be beneficial to these guys in more than one way. Like I said, like I've seen some real stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for me, I can help them get where they want to go on and off the court. Like I just want them to avoid all the mistakes that I made that
Mm-hmm.
stopped me from maybe getting, well, if I got 12 million, I should have got 22 million. You know what I'm saying? I always got the short end of the stick when it came to
Mm-hmm.
getting paid in the NBA. So if
Yeah.
I can teach these kids how to monopolize that and don't make this mistake that I made
Mm-hmm.
or somebody told me something that I can, but as far as coaching, I coach their ass hard. I
I know
coach them
that's right.
hard. I
Yeah.
coach them hard. I mean, I hold them accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I let them rock.
Mm-hmm.
I got one of the best guards in the country, Rob Dillingham, 5-star kid. I think like when I first got him, people were saying you should start him, you should do this. I made him earn it.
I know
Like
that's right, for
I
sure.
made him earn his position, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why we have a great relationship now. That's my guy, man. To me, like he's worked really hard at what he gets. He's one of the hardest workers I've ever coached, and the most talented.
Is he a senior now, or he's coming up?
Sophomore.
Wow,
He's
sophomore.
a
Jesus.
sophomore.
I gotta
Yeah.
I gotta keep him on my radar, man. Do your AAU program come anywhere near like the tri-state, like Philly? I mean, Pennsylvania, New York, Delaware,
He's
and
somewhere
Maryland.
up there. I'll definitely let you know. I'll let you know. I'll keep in
Please,
contact.
y'all come anywhere near PA. Let me know so I can get
No
so
doubt.
I can put it on my calendar ahead of time, so I can make sure I
Okay.
get there. So I can meet you, face to
For
face
sure.
and
For sure.
come cover your team. You know what I'm saying?
No
I
doubt.
definitely got to
For sure.
come cover. Yeah, show some love, man, for sure.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so just continue to talk about coaching and what it means to you.
just that. But other than that, I coach them hard. I hold them accountable. But I mean, I let them know it's real too. We got to be on time. I teach them all this stuff about being on time. It's important for college coaches. It's important in life. If you got an interview, whatever it is, you don't show up. If practice is at 10 o'clock, don't come in the door at 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You come
If
in,
you on
you be here.
the motto
Right.
is if you on time, you late.
Right, you late. That's right. So, and I tell him it was only one guy could do that. There's Dale Davis. He come knocking at the door right at practice time. He come through the back door with his whole uniform on. So it's only one dude. But I tell these kids, Dale Davis make $10 million.
I know that's right. He can do that.
You know what I'm saying?
He can do that.
It's only you gotta be on time and be ready when practice starts. So just little stuff, man. And we've been successful over the 2 years I've been there. We won the hoop state this year. Won the championship. We was 26-3, 29-3. So we had a good year. But our kids are they're going to college and they're becoming better people, and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's a blessing, man. When you think back over your journey, your hoop journey and your life journey, for all the things, people are going to remember Jeff McInnis for whatever they want to remember you by. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a hater, whether it's someone who applauded you, whether it's some of the people that talk, those memory, those other things that remember those things where you would say to yourself, hey, that's how they see me. You know what I'm saying? whatever people's experience of you was during this time was what it was. But you, if you could write your own memoir, like what do you most want people to remember about Jeff McInnis when they talk about you, when they think about you, and when they remember you? What do you want to be most be remembered by?
Just he had a good heart, and he'll give people the shirt off his back, and then under that, misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of people don't know who I am. They misunderstand me. They see me coach a basketball game. They think I'm mean. They think I'm crazy. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just wild. Some of the shit I've heard. Like, you know what I'm saying? But nah, man. That's just it, man. I got a good heart. I'll do whatever for my people, my friends, and my people who are around me in my circle, and I do for people I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So like, we do a lot of stuff in the community. I don't want cameras and news around when I do stuff. I do it for my heart. I do it for my community. I do it for my hood. Like when Sheed and Stack Jack came to the city, like that's the kind of stuff we do here. I bring the dudes here. I bring real dudes to my city and I let them see them. The camera, the news just happened to be there, but we just, it didn't have to be that. You know, Rashid was walking around Badersford Road with Steven Jackson. Like, dudes ain't doing that. You know, bring these dudes right there facing. You can talk to them, ask them questions. Ain't no security guards. It's just real life stuff. So I do a lot of stuff like that. I give out computers in the neighborhood, but it don't have to be camera all the time. I just do stuff from my heart. So I think people who know me know. So I really don't care what a lot of other people outside of the shit think about me, bro, because I know what I do for the people who I touch.
That's right. That's right. That's a blessing, man. Well,
Right.
just let the people know. I just want to thank in advance the amazing audience. You know, Sean Colson, Rasheed Wallace.
No doubt.
You know, Darius Miles, everybody that's watching us tonight.
Hold on 1 second, bro. You ain't done shit to me in no college football 93,
I had
bro.
to pin that. I was waiting for you to see that. I was waiting for you to see that comment.
Man, Florida State, Notre Dame, you tear your ass up, man. Don't do that. You know that.
I ain't want to say it. I just put it there for you to see it.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on, dog. Jeez, man.
That's funny.
Yeah,
College football back in the day. What game system was that on? Was that Sega? Was it the Genesis or
Nintendo?
Nintendo's?
That was college football. It used to be Rocket Ismail every time. Like,
no doubt.
That's crazy,
What's up. Right? He said the Rocket, baby.
Yeah, no. You know what Charlie Ward used to do to him?
Yo, that's funny. That's crazy. Hey, so I just got 2 more questions for you, and so I just want to let everybody. We're gonna have a quick little Q&A before we wrap up. If any, right now, for the viewers, this is your time to shine. If you have any questions for Jeff McInnis about life, about basketball, start typing your questions right now, and he'll address a couple of them before we wrap up. So if you have any good questions for him, start asking them right now about any memories or anything. Lastly, man, before we wrap up, I don't like to use like the word regrets, because I believe everything happens for a reason. It was all God's plan. You know, where you are is where you are now is where you were designed. Like the injury and you know, you playing in Carolina with Sheed and them, and then playing in Portland, and then things full circle. You know, you leaving the league and having to earn your way back. You know what I'm saying? It all happened the way it was supposed to happen. But throughout your path, are there any things that you wish you could have done differently, or kind of had a, you know, just if you had another opportunity, something that you wish you could have changed at all or not?
I think the truth, I would have shut up sometimes. Like, I wouldn't have been so opinionated on certain things. Like, sometimes you got to know when. I think growing up, like how I did, everything was so competitive and it was so rah. Every time somebody say something to you, they're not trying to bitch you or punk you. And I had to learn that. So, like, I took offense to coaches trying to talk to me like a little boy. So I really didn't like that. So for me, I just would just shut up and play ball and kind of just let that shit go and not be so personal about stuff that really, now looking back, I'm a man. It really wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand.
So,
yep.
Yeah, just kind of just shut my mouth and just roll with it, bro. That's
I got you. Yeah. I got you.
What's up? I see greatness in you too, my guy. I see my guy on here. We see greatness in you too. That's my guy. That's Sheed guy. We see greatness in him.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Detroit in the building.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Lastly, and then we'll get to some of the questions from the people. Speak to the younger generation right now. Talk to the kids. You know, what's a message that you have for the kids in a way of encouragement, or just any feedback, or just keys to success, anything?
I just encourage them to, for me, do the best in school, respect your parents, and if it's basketball, if it's if you're going to be a lawyer, if you're going to be a firefighter, just be the best in that. I don't believe in wasting time on stuff. Like, whatever you do, just be the best in it. You don't have to be a basketball player. Like, that was my field. Like, you don't have to do none of that. Just whatever you do, be the best in it, though. Like, don't play with people. Be great. Like, it's nothing wrong with being great. Like, whatever your field is, if you want to do, I just tell them be great in it and respect what you do. Respect your craft. Respect the people around you. Pay homage to the people who did it before you. Know the history of what you're doing. If you're a basketball player, how don't you know who Rasheed Wallace is? You know what I'm saying? How don't you know who Bonzi Wells is? Like, so you're not doing your research. So whatever you do, man, just kind of, and that's how I put it. Just go all in with it. Get your best shot, and if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. And have options. And I tell these kids, have options. Basketball gonna run out one day. So
I know that's right.
Have another option. Have another craft. That's something that you do. If it's shoes or business, just have something else, because you can't play forever. And that's kind of my message to my guys. Just, let this basketball take you far as it can. It can make you a lot of money, but it's gonna run out one day. So do something where you're educated. When it do run out, you got all this money. If you dumb, you can't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just stay educated and listen to the dudes that in front of you, and like just listen to the people in front of you. And that's why I'm always here, because I can help these kids. And Rasheed's done been in my gym 2 or 3 times. Like Mactar's been in my gym since I have Stackhouse been in my gym. So all the dudes that I know I touch, I want them to touch my kids too.
That's
so
right.
It's about touching and helping and bringing them all together. And like you said, networking with these guys to get the best for our future and our generation.
No doubt. No, I appreciate that, man. I'm sure the young kids want to appreciate that as well. So get to a couple of these questions from the people. Rasheed Wallace wants to know, what are some good workouts for the young point guards out there?
I think ball handling, a lot of read and react. I think I'm gonna send you some, She, but a lot of read and react stuff. Far as like, I think kids need to know how to read the pick and roll better. Because right now, if you look at the NBA, what is it? Pick and roll and downstream. So just reads off the pick and roll. I think kids now think the only read is to shoot long threes. So I think we need to get back to teaching them how to read the pick and roll. I got a drill where I come up the court and you got to scan the court. You got to see. I have dudes in corners, and you got to kind of say their jersey number so you can kind of see the whole court. Because most of the guys dribble with their head down, looking for a shot. So it's a lot of little drill sheet. I've seen some stuff to your DM.
Gotcha. We see greatness in you. Said, how do you inspire young men to be the greatest that they can be?
I challenge them every day. Whether it's our best player, Rob, like I told you, to whoever the last man on the bench is, I treat them all the same, and I challenge them every day. Like, if you get an offer from Carolina or whoever, I always try to say it's somebody bigger that you can get now. Don't be satisfied. That's kind of my mentality. We never satisfied. Like, we won the Hoop State this year. Well, we want to win it again next year, and we want to do bigger things. We want to go to Geico. So I never settle, and I keep my kids humble and hungry every day. Like, that's kind of our mentality, hungry and humble, because I get on them, and they never think I'm happy. So I just coach them hard, and you get greatness out of that when you coach your kids hard, and the product is different. Like, I create dogs.
I know that's right. Shout out to a female viewer. She's been holding it down. Yes, it's really real. She's been holding Legends Week down. She tuned in for the entire broadcast tonight. She wanted to know, going back to your overseas experience, do you think coming back to the NBA from overseas, do you think coming back here instead of staying overseas changed your life? And then she also said, in another part of the comment, because kids think that the NBA is the only way, instead of realizing that you can make a career living overseas as well.
Yeah, that's a good question. But no, for me at the time, I was trying to get back to the NBA. I knew I still had stuff to prove here. Now, I still had stuff to prove in the NBA. But for me, yes. But nowadays, it's totally different. You could go overseas and make a whole living there. People really wasn't doing it back then when I was doing it. So it was a little different back then. But no, I wanted to come back to the NBA. But in hindsight, yes, I could have made a living overseas and playing, because I had some guys that did it. So yeah, definitely. I had a cousin, DeMarco Johnson, who made just as much money I did playing overseas. So yeah, you can make a good
it's people living overseas, man. Like Stephon Marbury went over there. He became like an ambassador for China or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he's a goat over there, man. So For sure, man. Oh, this is funny. So Billy Hoyle says, how was it playing with a legend like Serge Swicker at Carolina? And then I look at she said, really, Billy?
shout out to Billy. Serge Swicker,
Shout
my
out to
guy,
Billy.
man.
Serge
Serge
Swicker is
Swicker,
the
the
guy,
legend.
man, with
Man,
the baseline jumper,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
Man, I love playing with
yeah.
Serge. I love playing with him after Sheedon them left because he passed me the ball every time. So
Yeah,
I
shout out to
love
Serge,
Serge,
man.
man. Be a pick and roll guy, man. But no, I love Serge. He's a good guy, but I don't know about the legend. You know what I'm saying? But Serge was my guy.
Flat-footed guy, you know, baseline
Right.
jump shot. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
like those. I like those type of, you know, like Cherokee Park, Serge Swicker. You know what I mean? Those type big guys, man. unsung big guys, man. Let me see another question we got here.
Don't even say with T. Wallace, man. You tripping with that Eagle stuff, bro.
Let me see. We got one here. Hey, Coach. LJ wants to know what's been the biggest accomplishment as a player and as a coach.
Shout out LJ, one of my coaches. Man, for me, just playing is for me it was always just making it to the NBA. Winning the CBA championship was a big accomplishment for me because it was kind of funny. Like it was tough, man. I never thought the CBA had so many great players that they did, but that was a big accomplishment. But as a coach, hopefully I haven't done it yet, LJ. I still want to do some big things as a coach. For me, turning Combine around was some accomplishment for me because I knew where they were when I took the job. So in 2 years to be where we at now, I think that's right now. But I got bigger stuff to do, man. I'm trying to do some things like you doing over there at Hardin, big dog.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, this is a good question, man. Shout out to Wesley T. Phelps. And you know, and prior to this, I guess, you know, going into this question, I heard, you know, how good of a coach you are. So I just want to applaud you. You know, you talked about your coaching and your coaching style, but I just heard through the grapevine and through the streets how good of a coach you are, man. You know, how great of a job you're doing. And Sean Colson, you know, co-signed another legend, another coach. He said, you know, you're one of the best coaches, you know what I'm saying, out there, man. So shout out to you and what you're doing. But, you know, and I'm sure with that being said, I'm sure you're still a guy who, just like your playing days, you always worked hard. You never settled. So even if you may be a all-star as it relates to coaching, but I'm sure this question right here is like, you know, with the level you're at now, do you still feel that it's areas that you need to improve in? And if so, what regarding your coaching?
Definitely. Just everywhere. I mean, I critique myself more than anything. Like I shouldn't have took the time out there. Like, yes. And I listen to coaches. I'm open to, I think that's why my assistant coaches like me, because it's dialogue. Like, you know, we all talk and I can get better all the time. I watch games. I want to know how to get better. Like I said, we all talk about stuff like Rashid to text me about a drill. I'll text him about some stuff. Like, so I talk to Stackhouse all the time. I'm getting zone plays from Stackhouse. So you always can get better. And I think like no coach can say that he know all the answers, because I definitely don't know all the answers. So I get better every day. Like I try to watch NBA games and just learn. And like I said, for me, I just try to learn every day, man. Like every day I hit the court, I watch something on it, or you can learn from anybody. So I just try to get better every day.
No doubt. Shout out to Sean Colson. He wants to know, Sean Colson said, I've coached against you many times. So his question is, what's your motivation for coaching the way you do? What's your motivation for coaching the way you do?
I think we've been the underdog so long. Like, you know, my team, my programs, we've been the underdog all the time. And I knew we had good players, and just me, I played feisty, and I knew like we couldn't compete with Philly Pride and those teams if like they don't be a reflection of me as the coach. Like I gotta come out kind of like feisty so my team can play, because we ain't had the talent at the time. Like that's the facts though. So my team had to be a little different. But I just think holding kids accountable, Sean, is to me the biggest thing I do as a coach. Like I just hold my kids accountable, where it's like I said, the best player or the worst player, you just gotta hold them accountable, and then everybody else fall in line. And it's been successful for me. Every coach can't do it. They try to do it. Like they say, you yell at them kids a lot. But yeah, they in my swimming pool ordering pizza at my crib when I'm not home. You know what I'm saying? These my dogs. Like you just see the little interaction, but
no doubt.
Kids in my crib, like right now, why are you talking
no
to them?
doubt.
So like,
I know that's right. For
Never
sure.
so much.
Hey, this is a question. This is a question for you and for Sean Colson. Something I'm always curious about. So, so you have your sophomore who's a beast, you know what I'm saying? Who you said, 5-star kid, you're grooming along and everything. And Colson has DJ Wagner, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Number one in his class. So what is it like when, okay, you're a coach, you have this kid who has this reputation, he's everybody's talking about him, media, he's going to be the guy, this and that. And then you hear he's coming to your program. So how is that? Like, because you have the parents, you have the kid's ego potentially, you have social media, you have all this stuff. So when it's you and the kid one-on-one, how do you have a dialogue and how do you break it down to where you establish the hierarchy? Like, look, I'm the coach, you're the player. It's not really about you here. It's about us, and I'm gonna need you to fall in line with what we're doing. I understand you're who you are, but you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do that, man? So where you don't have a conflict of egos. I don't know, because that could be a tough thing, man.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. I can't speak for Sean, but I know for me, I know Sean. So you don't have to do that.
Okay.
If you real and they respect real.
Gotcha.
I'm sure Sean ain't had to have no, like, DeJuan Wagner, my dude. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah, shout out to Wag. Shout out to
you know what I'm saying?
Shout
like,
out to the Messiah, man.
You know what I'm saying? I play with, so that's my G. So I know Wag not going to trip on. He want the best for his son. He know if Colson giving it to him, he ain't going to be in the way. And I know Coach going to coach him like he coaching anybody else. But at the end of the day, he ain't stupid either. We know our best player is going to get a little bit more. You know what
I know
I'm
that's
saying?
right.
Like,
I know that's right. Yeah.
But that's it, though, as far as who rock with them and who in their corner, man. So now I think that, Wagner know that. I mean, and he got a cool dad who know what's up.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, and an uncle and all the, the whole family.
I know that's
so
right.
At the end of the day, it's all love. So
yeah.
So
it's a smooth process. You know what I'm saying? Getting a really good kid and bringing him into the program and coaching him along and everything. Yeah.
That's right, man. His dad, like I said. So yeah, they know who Coach is and they know what Coach can do. So that's an easy process. Now it's different when you don't know the people and you got these kids or players who kind of do that stuff. But I mean, it's cool, man. It's a smooth process. Like I said, Chad Boucher, Predator 74. Parents do need to let the coaches coach, and that's a big thing. Like, and we got parents in our program who do. You know what I'm saying? Who let us coach their kids and they buy in. And we had Vernon Maxwell's son, Tristan.
Oh, no doubt.
We had Tristan in our program. V Max. They say he one of the wildest parents, but V Max let us coach his kid. He never gave us any issues, man. So I said,
shout out to Mad
Max, dog, Mad Max, baby. So yeah, all the parents not bad though.
That's what's up. Shout out to Soho Ko said, did you teach Vince Carter that spin move?
Nah, man. Vince, man.
He said we noticed it in his game after you left the Nets.
Nah, man. Vince was the drum major in high school, man. That boy been spinning and paralleling all his life.
I know that's right. That's right.
Nah, man. Vince nothing, man. I ain't teach Vince nothing, man.
But hey, shout out to my guy, Jado Films, one of the best, sports videographers, highlight reel makers out there.
Okay.
He shouted you out. He said one of the greatest coaches, tough team, Team Charlotte Squad AAU. He shouted your team out.
Appreciate that.
What's your question, Jado? Put your question up. GW for Life 1267 said, do you see college coaching in your future?
I'm kind of gonna let that. I want to go to the next level, whether that's coaching college or the NBA. So I just kind of let that happen when it happens. But I'm not opposed to coaching college. No, I'm not.
Gotcha. My guy Jado Film shout out a few names. He said Rob, DJ Aiden, Jaden, Jalen Curry.
Oh yeah, them a couple of the young cats. Aiden is Biscuit. Rob is the Dillingham kid. Jalen Curry's a little guard from down here too. And I think the other name was probably DJ Wagner, I think. Yeah. Okay.
And Team Charlotte, one of your guys said, can we get the DJ Wagner versus Rob on the schedule next season?
Oh yeah, we'll play. We'll play Camden. We'll play Camden. You know that.
No doubt.
I think Eric Brunson is the coach. Rick Brunson is the coach, right?
For sure.
Yeah, we
gotta
definitely
make that
get
happen.
that. Yeah, but it's gonna be basketball. It's not gonna be Rob versus
Yeah, it's
BJ. It's
going to be
gonna
this
be
team versus
Camden
that
versus
team.
Combine. Yeah, like
No
we
doubt.
trying.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'll
it's gonna
be
be
all
all.
that. Listen, we got to put that together. That'll be
Yeah.
crazy. Camden versus Combat, that'll be
You can
legit,
do it.
man.
You know that. It'll be all love, too, because of my guys over there. So it'll be all love. It ain't going to be all the drama, the hating. And it's going to be some good basketball. We with it, though.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Let me see what else we got here. Colson said DJ is a great kid, and Wani let me coach his kid, which makes things easy. His dad played in the league for sure. Yeah. I'm sure,
Told you.
when
Yeah,
parents
I knew
understand the
that.
process, yeah. But I'm just, I was just asking in general, like, is it easy or is it difficult, getting a high profile kid, and what I'm saying, I guess, it depends
I
on
think it is.
how they come up, what I'm saying, who their parents are, and just, just it's out of curiosity.
But nah, yeah, I just think for our kids, though, they know coming here is going to be, our parents just let us coach their kids, man. This kind of makes the transition easy. I call it thing called trust the process. Most of our parents, when they trust the process, it's easy. The process don't mean it's like today. It might mean next year. You know what I'm saying? But the process is a long time. So we just got good parents in our program. Shout out to Team Charlotte parents and Combine parents.
For sure. Hey, I think that's about it, man.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, I just want to do my thank yous now, man. I just want to say thank you so much. I know how valuable time is these days, and you carved out 2 hours of your life tonight, and you gave it to myself and my audience, man. So I just want to say thank you so much for this, man. God bless you. God bless you and your family. God bless you and your one of the things that I really appreciate is just how things came full circle. You know what I'm saying? You giving back to the kids, coaching, because, I was a kid. I grew up without my father, you know what I'm saying? My mom, her having mental health issues, schizophrenia, bipolar. So I needed, like, my barber was my father figure, you know what I'm saying? The assistant coach at my high school was a father figure to me. So, your role, man, you're doing something for those kids that you can't even, you probably don't even realize, you know what I'm saying? Some of them that may have father figure issues, just, so just in that position is so valuable in our community these days, man. So thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you for all the things you're doing off the court that people don't see, you know what I'm saying? Just bless you, man. Just thank you so much, for your contribution to the culture, your whole history, man. And thanks for just, allowing Legends Week and Big Star and Raw Sports to, to get your story out there, man. I appreciate you, man.
Man, I appreciate you too, man. And much love for what you're doing, man. Keep doing that, man, because it's good stuff, bro. And I appreciate you. And I gotta go get something to eat, man.
No doubt, no doubt. One last thing, if it's
as
a way of paying it forward, you know what I'm saying? As a way to kind of keep Legends Week going. If it's anybody, some of the names you mentioned, if it's anybody that you can help me get in contact with that you would like to see on Legends Week, send me a DM, or if you can, like my man Reek Wallace, help me get in contact with you. If it's anything you can help me politic on behind the scenes to get a guest on, I greatly would appreciate it, man.
I got you, bro. I plug you with D-Miles and some more people too. For sure.
Already know.
All
God
right.
bless you, man. Take
God
care, and
love,
I'll see
man.
you. I got to get
bro.
down to see Combine and your AAU squad as well.
Yeah, no doubt, for sure, man. I'm gonna let you know when we get close to Philly too.
All right, say no more.
All right, love.
Yep. Hey, so that's it, man. Legends Week with my guy Jeff McInnis, man. If it's anybody out there who wants to jump on real quick, anybody wants to tap in, I do this on occasion. That just wants to let me know your thoughts about the show. Any reflections about his story or anything like that. Just send me your request real quick, and I'll pull you on the screen. I give it a few seconds. But besides that, anybody wants to support Big Star and Raw Sports, go to my online store after this and check out Raw Sports. Go to rawsportsapparel.com. You can grab a T-shirt. You can grab a hat, a gym bag, anything to kind of show your appreciation and to support me to kind of keep it going, because, the apparel sales is what, helps me to travel and, film kids and, gas and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to support the movement, go to rawsportsapparel.com. It don't cost to browse and check the store out. All past episodes of Legends Week you can watch on my YouTube channel. I still have tons of episodes to upload. So just go to YouTube and put in Raw Sports Films, and that's the YouTube channel. You can go to my website, rawsports.tv, and check out past episodes. And also, lastly, shout out to, again, the official sponsor of Raw Sports is His and Hers Juices. Follow His and Hers Juices on Instagram. And, appreciate y'all. Yes, it's really real. I appreciate you tuning in, Mom. I appreciate it. Billy Hoy, I appreciate you tuning in too, big dog. Mar, I appreciate you. Senior year, Pottstown, trust me, get in contact with me, man. I get there. Brick. What up, Cornell? I see you, big dog. Appreciate you tuning in, big dog. Tonight was legendary, man. We had Darius Miles watching, commenting. We had Rasheed Wallace watching and commenting. Kareem Reed, man, the best kept secret. So tonight was crazy, man. We had so many. Sean Colson was in the building, man. So many legends was in the building watching, man. So thank y'all. Make sure y'all come back to my page on occasion to see, because I put up announcements of what my next guest is going to be. Hopefully it's somebody, that you're going to enjoy, which all the shows are. Peace and God bless everybody. Everybody be safe out there during the pandemic that's still going on. And, God willing, I'll see y'all guys on the next episode of Legends Week. All right. Peace.